What's up, you crazy bastards? King Cobra JFS back at it with another video. Hope you cool Cobras are doing just fantastic. I know I am. Yes. So, we're going to do a drink combo. We got the lime and we got so Terrence Pops, My Body, My Choice, Grunt Speak Shorts. It's a 20-minute video from a live stream that they did. Chilling out. It's 5 o'clock. Crack open the first one of the day. Now I'm not gonna cut down on drinking, like completely, but I can cut down. Drink less. You know what I'm saying? I don't say you're gonna count everyone else's fucking drinks. Those soda pops are like 86 cents at the store, so you can't beat that. Cobra's Mist, baby. That's what's up. 86 cents Cobra's Mist. Actually quite refreshing. I can fuck with that. This whole Roe versus Wade crap has got me really fucking triggered. Because once again, men are restricting the rights of women. And it's not just men, it's also women doing this to other women. You want to have an abortion rights debate? If you make abortions illegal, women will just find less unsafe ways to do it, i.e. drinking a shit ton of Everclear or smoking cigarettes. You can say to yourself, it's just like when you try to ban AR-15s, right? Some dickhead will just find a way to make it happen. But anyways, let's get into it. If you support abortion rights, check out the I Stand with the Sex Strike t-shirts. There are women out there who are refusing sex because it's one, their choice, and two, if it were gender reversed, fellas, it'd be a different story, right? Nice butt segment.
Women. It is Thought Thursday after all.
Yeah.
Reporter melts brains by asking pro-aborts if they think My Body, My Choice should apply to vax mandates. This is just hysterically funny.
Yeah, that is the controversy.
Yeah.
It's an honorary question to ask. And the answer is yes, simply yes. It is your choice to get the vaccine. It is your choice to get an abortion. It is your body, your right. So yes, it does apply. Instead of just saying yes and telling this guy to fuck off, and if you don't support what we're doing here, then why the fuck are you here? They give the rights what the fuck they want to hear, and it's just like, stop.
Let's talk about this for a second.
Of course.
Okay. Now, if you're like me, I'm a logical person. I look for the rules and the laws, and I try to stay, within the two goalposts of death and go to prison. I kind of bounce between the two. But this whole double standard thing, it is.
Top, you are preaching to the choir. Oh my God, I've done enough rants on double standards to last YouTube a lifetime. Like, ugh. Great, one of those rants. Like, no, 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 we're not here to bitch about that. I've already said my piece over the last 3 years on that topic, so we're good on that. But it's like, yeah, exactly. Women want all of the equality men have, but none of the responsibility that society places upon men. And that's, yeah, that's the truth. And like, men feel like their opinion doesn't matter. They feel like, okay, and half the time, that's why some of these people go a certain direction with it. You know what I'm saying? Starts with a T, ends with an S. Yeah. I'm not here to crap on trans people because 100% I support LGBTQ plus rights as long as you ain't a sick fuck. As long as you're not shoving it down people's throats, and as long as you're not a sick fuck or like hitting on people who aren't into it, then I got nothing to say. You're living your life, dude. 100. It's the truth. If a dude hits on a chick at a bar, hey baby, nice tits, and she tells him, fuck off, I'm taken, and he still keeps at it, he gets called a pervert, a creep. But if a man who transitions into a woman starts hitting on biological women and doing the same thing, and that woman's a lesbian, but she's not into trans women like that, she gets called a bigot and a transphobe. Fuck. The problem with our society, YouTube, is that men are expected to conquer and get pussy. Women are expected to give it. However, when women give it, they get slut shamed. When men get it, they get praised for it. And that creates so many fucking psychological, social problems in our society, coupled with treating sex like it's a need and overly sexualizing the female body. Yeah, and then the cherry on top of the bullshit cake, society pins the genders against each other using things like genetics and systematic oppression, which is a thing.
It is getting to the point where it's quite literally you have the socialist communists. I'm not even going to call them Democrats anymore because they've totally lost any of that semblance of a. But the thing is they want all these rules for them, and then they want all of the bad rules to apply to us, and nothing crosses over.
Well, that's feminism for you in a nutshell.
Oh yeah.
You know why feminism gets a bad name for this? Because of this fourth way feminism that says men are shit, women are all superior. That's why fourth way feminism gets such a bad name in our media. This is why feminism in general gets a bad name, because feminism started off as a way to rebel against the system for women to have equality. But now that women have equality, now it's like they're bored. So what do? Instead of helping women all over the world in Middle Eastern countries dealing with Sharia law get equality, women in third world countries who are being beaten and raped, who have to kill someone for a pair of fucking shoes. Nope, let's treat men like crap because now it's their turn, right? Which then creates incels, and then those incels create more man-hating cuntas. And the system never fucking resolves itself. People are just assholes to each other. Back in my day, if someone called you a sissy, it's because they were making fun of you as a man. It was a way to demasculate you. Like, you throw like a girl, you little sissy. Now it's a derogatory term for people who are cisgendered. Yeah, that equality pile of smells like a pile of bullshit.
They want all of the perks, all of the money, all of the advantages, all of the power of being.
So nothing's really changed. The system's just gotten more complicated with more assholes.
Equal to men, but they don't want any of the responsibility or accountability.
They don't want to walk down the buffet line and be forced to take stuff they don't like dying on the job, working at a disgusting job, or maybe having to stay at your full-time job for 40 fucking hours like the dudes do.
Yeah.
Some of them want it, some of them want it, some of them want it, some of them want all the privilege but don't want it. the ones that do want all the privilege, but none of the work that goes into having that privilege, they make the rest of them look bad. And to be fair, if you look at Love and Vanity, both women and men are privileged, both women and men are oppressed, both sides abuse and use each other, and both sides pretty much bitch about the same shit when it comes to dating. Why can't I find someone nice? Keep being patient, see what happens. I don't need some bullshit dating website. I walk into a fucking bar here in town and people know who the fuck I am. They're like, it's Cobra. Yeah. Now, that being said, I only have 2 cans, and that'll be just enough for the evening. I don't need to drink a whole 12-pack in like 2 days or less. That's a little unhealthy, you know. And one of the reasons I want to cut down on my drinking because it gets expensive. I don't get drunk nearly as quickly, and you know, I want to be around for my family and my friends and my fans. You know, crotchety old man Cobra, 86 years old in his dream house, playing his carillon bells like, I did it, you fucking bastards. It's willpower. That's what it's all about. It's not about praying to Jesus fucking Christ or Satan or whoever the fuck you believe in. Doesn't matter much to me, man. It really doesn't. As long as you ain't a dick to me, I ain't a dick to you as far as religion goes. But we're not going to get into that. Like vaccines can save lives, and so can abortions. So it should have just said, yeah, it is. It should be the same for vaccinations. Your body, your choice. But what do I know? I've never been vaccinated. I don't. I never wear. I never wore a mask unless I was forced to. Like, well, you know, you wanted to get some groceries at Walmart or some shit, and then Walmart had that strict mask mandate when it was first starting out. So it's like, all right, put it on. 6 feet apart, please. This whole fucking pandemic made people bigger assholes because now you got one more thing to be offended by. You're not wearing a chin diaper. And it's like, you know what? If masks save lives and that fucker wants to risk his own life, that's his choice. This whole fucking pandemic is fucking stupid. And the only reason I'm getting vaccinated is if and when I go to see Big Ben at the clock tower with my dad in London, either next year or the year after. That'll be the only time I get vaccinated just to comply with air regulations. Like I've never caught COVID. I've caught colds a couple times, but they just bounce right off of me because your boy's got an awesome immune system. I've been around several people who have had COVID and have never caught it. Believe that. Yeah.
All right. I mean, they don't want that.
That being said, I pray to Lucifer that this pandemic ends as safely and as quickly as possible so people can start going back to work, living happy, healthy, long lives, spending it with friends, family, loved ones, people they care about, man. That's why my trolls talk shit because nobody cares about them. You know what I'm saying? The only friend they have is texting me on my cell phone about how much they fucking hate my guts. And I'm like, look, if you're autistic more than I am, that's not how you make friends, man. And if you talk to me like that, it's no wonder why you don't have any friends. You know, and then people are just saying I'm virtue signaling with that sex strike t-shirt. Fuck off. They're like, Cobra's not getting any Percy, so he's just virtue signaling with his t-shirt. So it's a win-win for everyone. It's like, shut the fuck up. I genuinely give a fuck about women's rights, dude. You go almost 5 years without getting some pussy, You learn to wait patiently, and you learn to realize you stop thinking with your dick. There are bigger problems in the world. The right of age, cisgender to life female will come along. That's consenting, of course, because I hate rape more than I hate mongooses. Fucking drink to that, folks. Cheers. Patience is a virtue. You know the song Rats where they go round and round, but love will find a way, just give it time. And you know what? It's very easy to get wrapped up in the bullshit of it. I've noticed that when I'm studying on like gender relations and figuring out like both sides of the argument, how to improve so that women and men start understanding each other better. I became very frustrated with the dating scene because you realize that the assholes ruin it for everyone. You know, you got a bunch of good people, a bunch of good women, and a bunch of good men out there who are just lonely and they want someone. And they can't get no one because as soon as they try to approach anyone, you'll have these men who don't trust women. I mean, not going to name names, but in Terrence Pop's defense, his ex-wife was a cunt. Could you imagine if, ladies, when you were divorcing your husband, he ran over your cat or your dog, and because the divorce was that messy and the court system didn't do shit about it, you'd be pissed too. I'm just saying.
Come on, Alex.
Heaven forbid.
But that's the thrill of the chase, isn't it, fellas? Getting told no, you know what I'm saying? It's the highs and the lows. The high of, oh, she's cute. Yeah. I've been this way my whole life. I don't give a fuck how hot she is. She could be the perfect 10. I'm still gonna try. That's the confidence I've had my entire life, dog. Like even if she out of the way the fuck out of my league, I'm still gonna try. Yeah. And there's a method to my madness because if you get told no by a perfect 10 and you're able to say, you know what, that ain't shit, then getting rejected by less attractive women is not going to hurt as bad either. Huh? And that works for both sides, ladies. Right. Because if a woman goes after a dude who's got big muscles, she's not shallow. She just wants a strong man to protect her. If a dude goes after a chick with some nice kazangas, he's a fucking pig. Right. How's that gender equality thing working out, ladies and gentlemen? Is it working out great? And just like women, sometimes men cannot achieve having big muscles. There are just some men who are naturally built scrawnier. They can't, you know what I'm saying? So it's totally the same fucking argument. You know, if some chick's got a poster of Magic Mike in her locker in college or whatever, you know, fucking no one says shit. But if a dude's got a picture of Kim Kardashian in his locker room poster, what have you, you know, oh, he's a pig. Because Kim Kardashian sets unrealistic beauty standards for women and it's total bullshit. Well, you know, not every guy can be hung like Magic Mike. I mean, hey, I'm proud of what I got, but I'm just saying. It's totally the same fucking argument. But I didn't say that, no. And the best part of it is that, you know, dudes don't have a magical pill that can make their dick bigger. You know what I'm saying? They don't. They really don't. But women, you have all the options. It's easier to make a pair of tits bigger than it is to make a dick bigger. And that's just anatomy. So, guys, we're pretty much just stuck with the size we want. That being said, ladies, don't buy into that shallow BS. Love your body, man. Love it. If that guy says your tits are too big, fuck him. He couldn't handle them. If he says they're too small for his taste, he couldn't handle them. You know what I'm saying? Shh. Attitude, people. That's what it's all about. But here's where the fucking best part of it comes into play. If you have a woman who is chasing after a dude with six-pack abs, the dude's just cut, and she's like 800 pounds overweight, and he rejects her, she can say he's fat shaming. He could turn around and say that women and men are equally as shallow and they both have standards, and that's why she was chasing after his ass. But I didn't say that. Now, if you're going out of your way to bully someone because they're fat or black, or then that's a problem, you know. But if it's like a standard, you know, fuck them. I don't give a shit, dude. As long as she's of age, cisgendered, consenting, alive, and non-related up to like third cousin, then it's perfectly legal. That sounded cringe, but fuck incest. Now, I had this idea for a shirt that was super offensive, but like it made fun of the KKK, and well, I'm not gonna divulge into too much of it. It's a pretty edgy T-shirt. So if someone sends me a free for use image of the Confederate flag that I can like, you know what I'm saying, use for my T-shirts, we can make a really funny anti-white supremacist T-shirt. That would be funnier than shit. Because if you think you're better than someone else because your skin's white, fuck you. You're the reason why everyone hates whites. So thank you for that, you fucking cocksucking assholes. Fucking ridiculous.
I go home and say, I can't. I'm gonna pick my up from daycare.
I mean, if they didn't have delusional double standards, they wouldn't have any at all.
Yeah, yeah. Now listen, if I had a business and there was a woman that worked there, and she did her job and she performed, and she needed to get her kid every now and again, I'd look the other way. That's not a big deal. If you are a nug in the organization and you are productive and you're making money for the company,
The problem with women not only being overly sexualized in our society, they're also coddled. You know, men are not overly sexualized in our society, and men are not coddled by any sense of the word. Going from the '90s, it was like, oh, you throw like a girl, you're a little sissy boy.
I can look the other way for a few things.
But if you walk in there with an air of entitlement,
That's right.
that letting some loser blow one by the goalie somehow makes you special, you got another thing coming.
Yeah,
Figure
The women who get pissed off at men because they act entitled because, oh, she gave you some pussy, now she's entitled to whatever she wants. But then bitch because a man wants pussy just because he bought her dinner. That's just a complete circle of hypocrisy. These same women who are like, oh, just because that man bought bought her dinner, he thinks he's entitled to a blowjob, and it's just like, well, the economy sucks, so I mean, you shouldn't act entitled to anything like that, you two.
not literally.
Yeah, you will let me out every day at 3 o'clock, and of course you're going to have to tear down that room because I need to have a room so my baby can come in and suck on my titties, or I can milk myself. I'm like,
How about no?
Fuck off.
Yeah, you should not be allowed to breastfeed your kid at work where people are trying to get work done, you know, plus like the office pervert gets a little giggly, like, oh, I saw your boobies. And it's like, dude, she's breastfeeding her kid. Calm the fuck down. Go watch Chatterbait and take care of your
Oh, this is why we do Thought Thursdays, man.
Chicks, man.
Chicks, man.
chicks, man. Yeah, chicks, man.
Chicks. Listen to these chicks. This is
I thought I liked the shittiest pickup line earlier. Like walking up to a female at the bar and going, are you autistic? And she goes, no, why? Because you have a nice Asperger's and you sure are special. And of course, if they know it's King Cobra who actually has Asperger's, they get a chuckle out of it, like, "Oh, you're funny, Mr. Cobra. You're just fucking funny. I tell you what." Do you like Harry Potter? You want to see my basilisk? Well, can I play Quidditch? Because I want to stick my quaffle in your goal hoop, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, my broomstick in your. Okay. You like Harry Potter? Can I slither into your DMs? Pardon me, madam. Do you like Harry Potter? Can I hold the Gryffindor for you? You like Harry Potter? I'd let you Ravenclaw my back. You like Harry Potter? Want to go back to my place and Netflix and chill and Hufflepuff on some weed? You can get it at the Forbidden Leaf. It's Delta 8 and a Cobra like. That's all I'm going to say on that. Not a sponsor.
Hilarious. Or at least it would be if these people couldn't vote.
What's important is bodily.
Oh, just because they have a radical opinion you don't agree with, they shouldn't be allowed to vote. Now, that's the problem with our society. It's like abortion is a very touchy subject in our society, and these fucking Republicans who are so quick to defend their Second Amendment rights and protect their rights to own a piece of shit plastic AR-15. I mean, I've shot an AR-15. When I was hanging out with friends who'd shoot guns, we'd go out of town to a countryside where they had property, and you've seen the shooting videos I do on YouTube. So yes, I've shot an AR-15. They're super lightweight. There's like virtual and no recoil, so I see the appeal. However, fuck mass shootings. And the whole argument about Republicans when it comes to abortion is it kills kids. I'm like, you know what else kills kids? I'm not going to get into that debate because you already know how I feel about that. We should raise the minimum age for assault rifles to 21 and up. No clips over 30 rounds. No bump fire and no fully automatic. No silencers. And if you purchase like an AR-15 at a gun store, you have to wait a minimum of 60 days before you can buy another one. And you shouldn't be allowed to buy more than 100 rounds in one sitting because at some point it's like, I'm not trying to like suggest red flag or like anything like that because red flag law should be in place. If you got some fucking dickhead like the cocksucking cunt who shot up that school in Texas, or the fucking racist piece of shit, racist cracker honky motherfucker who killed all those innocent black folks in that supermarket, they're posting shit on fucking YouTube. They're posting shit on Facebook. They're going on social fucking media, and no one's taking them seriously. That's the problem with our fucking society. Fuck that shit, dude. Like, I didn't hear too much about, like, I was so disturbed by the shooting in Texas that I didn't feel like reading into any of the other ones. And then as soon as I did read into it, I was like, oh, great. The narrative that another mass shooting happened. Was it a pissed off white asshole with an AR-15? How'd you know? And that cliche gets so fucking old. I'm independent, so I see both sides of Republicans and Democrats' arguments. So this is what makes doing what I do on YouTube a bit challenging. Yeah. We just need to put down our guns and pick up our blunts, man.
Enemy, the same right men have always had. We just want equal rights.
Oh, okay. So can slip one by the goalie and just walk away without any financial repercussions.
Well, what about the draft?
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, because entitlement exists in both genders. Because there are men out there who think, oh, I got what I want, so you can fuck off. And that's just kind of a horrible attitude. Some women, not all of them, Like I said, there are assholes on both sides, YouTube.
But quite literally, they go through the social security numbers of everyone in a certain age bracket. They throw them into a database, randomizer, whatever. They pick your fucking name. They're like, hey, congratulations. For the next 2 fucking years, you're going to get trained, equipped, and sent to a fucking war zone. Hope you make it back. And if you don't, we don't even give enough of a fuck about you to fly your carcass home. We'll just bury you in a fucking graveyard overseas.
It totally makes sense. Yeah.
Totally makes sense.
Yeah, men totally have bodily autonomy. Yeah, we have the same reproductive rights as women. Sure.
Because women give birth to kids. No, we do not, you sarcastic motherfucker. And I don't get mad at it. At the end of the day, all I can do is respect it, because I cannot begin to imagine the kind of hell women go through, because their body has things like childbirth, hysterectomies, menopause, periods, etc. You know why they call it menopause? Because men will put their shit on pause. You're watching the game like, let's go Falcons, come on. Fucking ref is blind, motherfucker. Hey, honey, whoa, Jesus Christ. She got a mustache thicker than yours. Do you still think I'm pretty? Yeah. You are one of them transgenders everyone's going crazy about? No, you fucking asshole, it's menopause. Oh. Right. Yeah, I still think you're pretty. At the end of the day, fellas, you know how it feels. Society doesn't give a fuck about men. So then when you in turn lash out and don't give a fuck about women's rights, the cycle never ends. You know how it feels. Why do it to someone else? And here's the best part of it. You know, sometimes abortions are medically necessary. Like if you give birth to this child will die. But if you abort it, your life will be spared. So what's worse, YouTube? Let me ask you this controversial question. Aborting a fetus so that the child doesn't have to grow up without a mother, or, you know, the alternative, the mother dies to give birth to her child. Really, it's pretty cut and dry. I'm sure they'll have a stepmom or like, but could you imagine, you know what I'm saying, like the dude who was put in charge of pumping baby gravy into that woman's minge? Because let's be real, that's like the 5% that men contribute to pregnancy. The other 98.5% is strictly done by women. All you gotta do is lay on your back, get some pussy, squirt it into her cunt, and then wait 9 months and hope everything goes according to plan. What? Women can say cunts, but men can't? That's sexist. If it were gender reversed, we would be called sexist. Like, let's just say, for a hypothetical, because I'm a cheeky bastard like that, if the word cunt was degrading to men and we told women you couldn't say that, they'd bite our heads off and say, it's like all about equality, you asshole. And sometimes, like, fucking, it's deserved. Like, I'm not saying that you should call a woman that the B word, bitch, cunt, slag, whore, slut, whatever, but sometimes it's justified. I'll give you an example. You caught your wife cheating on you, so you hand her divorce papers. So then you know what she does? She takes a knife and scratches the crap out of your fucking Camaro. Sets fire to your vintage 70s, 80s, early 90s Playboys collection. Fucking runs over your goddamn dog, and then gets away with murdering your dog because, you know, female equality and female privilege rights, and then takes your fucking house and makes you pay for it while some other dude is screwing her on the bed that you bought and paid for. I tell you what, YouTube, that's how it is. I'm not answering that. Women and men need to quit being assholes to each other.
Sure. Yeah, you keep telling yourself that you're oppressed when the entire establishment, and this goes for the confused poles and holes as well, when the entire lame establishment, media, government, when the UN consulates in different areas around the world are flying your bullshit overcrowded flag outside of their shit, when every major corporation has got your rainbow stuff plastered on the front page of everything that you're looking at right now, you're no longer
Here's the thing about YouTube. I support gay rights, but I am straight. For of-age women who are alive and cisgendered and consenting. So the assholes who are lying about me on Grindr are the biggest fucking idiots on the planet, because all these gay dudes who show up are getting their fucking hopes up going, yeah, and then when it turns out to be another prank or some bullshit, you're a bigger dick than me for saying the word, the FA word, you know what I'm saying? Which technically I'm 80% British, so I base that off the word cigarettes. If you take it as a homophobic slur, maybe you're the one that's homophobic. You know, that's what I tend to think. I don't have any control over however society changes words or definitions, because back in the day, you had to retard the spark to crank your Model T. These days, you say the word fucking retard, people look at you like, oh my God.
marginalized. You're privileged. Accept it and fuck off.
That's right. Well, we have.
Yeah, when everyone's like, literally, you have to include them, otherwise, you're an inclusive piece of shit. And I'm like, that's fine to a degree, but when you're forcing people to include them, you know, people are not going to accept LGBTQ plus rights and the whole movement if you're forcing them to do it. If you force people to accept it, it's going to make them want to accept it less. You have to let people accept it on their own terms. Sorry, not sorry. Oh, it didn't work, did it? Yeah, you're hoping that Cobra would answer the door and it'd be another gay dude from Grindr, and he didn't answer the door. Trolls lose again. The fact that my fucking trolls tried that hard to fuck with me shows I rule their sad fucking life. You know why I don't let it get to me? Because how fucking miserable do you have to be? You know what I'm saying? I would rather invest my time getting better at guitar, getting more subscribers on YouTube. I could give 4 fucks less where the fuck my trolls live. Okay, these fuckers who invest way too much time in me are the saddest closeted homosexuals on the planet. You know, the golden rule is do unto others as you'd have done to you. And how would you feel if you were straight and a bunch of internet assholes were like, oh, you know, it'd be really funny. Let's sign them up for a fake blah, blah, blah profile and on the internet and have a bunch of them show up. Which, for the Casper police who watch my videos, that's evidence right there that some really illegal shit's going down as far as internet stalking and all that other shit, you know. It's going to come back and bite them in the ass. Just going to see who it is real quick. Who is it? I don't know you, dude. Who is it? Go away, dude. You know, my trolls are gonna get what's coming to them. I didn't even answer the fucking door. I'm like, who the fuck is it? Do I know you? They walked away. It was like, they're gonna get what's coming to them, YouTube. You think this shit's funny until it happens to you? So keep it up, because it's gonna come back and bite you in the ass hard. My YouTube trolls are a bunch of pieces of shit. Everyone knows I'm straight, of age women who are alive and cisgendered. And I support LGBTQ plus rights. As long as you don't hit on me, we're good, you know? Back to our live stream.
The entire nation getting turned upside down for the benefit of 1/3 of 1% of the gross population.
Or if you extrapolate it to the, to all confused poles and holes, not just the transformers, you're talking
7%,
maybe 5 to 7%.
Yeah, 5 to 7%.
And yet, that 5 to 7% is in virtually every piece of entertainment
Dude, my trolls are the miserablest pieces of shit. I'll drink to that.
that I watch.
And it's not even how should we say?
You're not underrepresented, you're far
Well,
overrepresented.
yeah, I mean, listen, I can't tell you how many movies that I've walked out on where you start watching the movie and there's like a gay couple, trans people, and a bunch of shit that you don't see on a regular basis.
Yeah, and it has to be in everything now.
Yeah, it's like
Otherwise, it's not tolerant.
It's literally like a pop-up greeting card.
Okay, this is my point. You can be tolerant of LGBTQ without forcing everyone to accept it. Just saying.
Yeah.
You open it up.
Even Lightyear, the new Toy Story movie, has a lesbian kiss in it, from what I understand.
Didn't they get rid of Tim Allen?
Yeah, they got rid of Tim Allen.
Yeah.
And you know which countries are not going to be seeing that gay kiss? Let's see, the ones that banned it. So the Middle Eastern countries, the ones that Biden is begging to pump more oil for us, even though we could just reopen Keystone.
Yeah,
Oh, in China, of course, they completely omitted it from the film, and they admitted that it doesn't affect the plot in any way whatsoever.
Then why do we have to see it?
Exactly. Fuck you, Disney.
That's
Fuck
right.
you very much.
And you know what? I hope they're losing. What is their stock at?
I don't know.
Why don't you do a quick check? I think it's like $93 today.
94 to
I was off by $1.20.
down 1.6.
Yeah.
Down from its 52-week high of 187, so it's down by half.
Yeah, it's lost 50% of its value.
Oh yeah, good luck there, Disney. You're totally on a winning streak.
Yeah, and that's just gonna be time stamped for my fans. Yeah, the dude left. That's you already know what it was, and that's just gonna be time stamped for future evidence. The trolls are gonna keep digging themselves into a deeper hole, and eventually they're gonna dig so deep that people are like, "Look, okay, yeah, Cobra could be an asshole. He's controversial, but at the end of the day, he's not afraid to be himself. You jealous fucking losers. That's why I get so much fucking hate. It's beyond sad."
If winning means losing,
Because my trolls' lives are that much more miserable than my own. Otherwise, they wouldn't try so hard to fuck with me.
everything.
I hope they do. I am so sick and tired of this. They have listen. They have literally ruined families and children for basically the past 20 fucking years.
Yep.
Fuck them. They need to be run out on a rail.
Mm-hmm. Kiss my grits, Nooch.
Right. The right to govern our own bodies, just like men have always had.
Nope.
It's that simple.
Do you support the right for people to not get the COVID vaccine?
It's irrelevant.
What?
Yeah, so the dude walks up to a female who's pro-abortion and says, "Well, do you support the right to people to not get the vaccine?" So he basically, instead of just being like, "Yeah, what am I doing here? I'm not going to convince them. They're not going to convince me. I'm just here to fucking piss people off." And that's all they do anymore, kind of thing. And I'm like, "Yeah, but," and she would have said, "Yes, then that would have shut the dude right the fuck up. He would have been like, well, all right then. All right. That being said, I myself support the rights of abortion. I'll support the rights to your choice to get vaccinated. That's your choice. You know. They don't tell you what the fuck's in the vaccine. They just say, get the vaccine and it'll make you better. It's just like, I'm not trying to be a paranoid Perry, but you know what the fuck's in that shit, dude. You really don't, to be honest.
What? It's irrelevant.
Oh, totally irrelevant. Yeah.
Body autonomy.
Yeah, but I thought bodily autonomy was very relevant, and it's something that men have always had.
Yeah, if body autonomy is relevant, like she said it was, then yes, you would have said yes. I support their right to say, I don't want the vaccine. But instead of doing that, it's like, hey, Cobra's trolls can't handle his going live, so let's fuck with him. It didn't work. He didn't get mad. They didn't get nothing. It was just a really lame, dumb. He didn't freak out and have a spur moment over it. Trolls lose again, I guess. I like to smell of freshly slayed trolls.
Now, it's totally okay in this one instance for no one to have it.
But the thing is for a split second, you realized
She realized that she
fucked up.
It was at that moment she knew she fucked up.
All right.
Right? My body, my choice.
You're right. It's not irrelevant.
Yeah, but one saves lives.
Right.
But she has
Not irrelevant.
one saves lives. You're right. The other one kills them.
That's where I disagree. Okay, if you're just getting an abortion because you want one, you're too fucking lazy to use birth control, and you give the kid up for adoption. But if abortions are there because you were raped by someone, and you know what I'm saying, like, could you imagine being a kid, find out you're adopted and you're a rape baby? Congratulations, your daddy was a rapist and your mama didn't want you. That would fucking scar someone, dude. Seriously. So in certain circumstances, I believe that abortion should be legal. For medical reasons. Like if the abortion could save the mom's life. It's still, you know what I'm saying?
All right, since we're on the
Just saying.
Yeah, and abortions can save lives too. And like, you know what I'm saying? Which do you think is worse? Having a kid grow up without a mom? Or saving the mom's life? Because maybe the second time she tries it, she has better luck with it. You know what I'm saying?
Poobelage. I'm not going to make any comments
No, we're gonna
in regards.
Actually, they both do that, don't they?
Yeah.
One of them is going.
You don't see me sending gay dudes to my trolls' houses, do you? No, because my trolls are way too invested, and I think they're secretly, pole smokers, if you know what I mean.
Be in a pandemic state.
Because if you deliberately send gay dudes to a straight man's house, knowing he's autistic, it means you're fantasizing about him being it when he's not, which makes you, my trolls, are gay. And I'm not here to judge, man. I really am not here to judge.
Right? A state of emergency, which we all know laws change during a state of emergency.
No, they
Do you
don't.
agree with the state?
No, they don't change.
You can suspend certain things if you declare martial law. That was never declared.
It was never declared.
So fuck off.
Laws do not change unless they're changed.
And if you YouTube poop this video, it shows you I own your life even further. Like, you think the trolls would get tired of being, viciously bitch slapped all the time, but apparently not. Apparently they're addicted to being trolled even harder by King Cobra. That's how you beat the trolls. You don't give them the anger and the freak out. You don't give them any of that. You just laugh at their dumb asses, dude.
The legislature.
And they refuse to do that now because, we just need a drastic power shift every time the person's, the letter after their name takes office. And
the thing, what the fuck? One of the main reasons why everyone's all pissed off at the police is the police are enforcing this fucking horse shit that's coming from the governments.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's why I say defund the police and fund the sheriffs.
That being said, if you want to smell good for the ladies, get yourself some tactical soap. Links description box below. And with coupon code KingCobra, you too can smell like a ladies' man. The tactical soap works on the of-age ladies. I've seen it firsthand. You got a chick who barely doesn't even know you, and it's just holy fucking shit, you smell good. And it's like, yeah, they can't help themselves. It's just that, it's that soap, man. I'm telling you. I have the thickest skin out of anyone here because I don't give a fuck. If I give a fuck about what the trolls did, I'd stop dressing goth. I'd stop making wands and YouTube videos and playing guitar. Fuck off, dude. Fuck off with it. The majority of my trolls are like underage snot-nosed punk kids who aren't even old enough to drink alcohol, and they steal money for cigarettes out of their mom's purse, and then they get grounded, and they never squeeze boob other than the time when their mom breastfed them. So they're just miserable little incel pieces of shit virgin cuck soy boy losers. And they know when they're cucking is themselves because it's just like, they'll never be as good as me, man. Because the majority of adults who watch my videos, the majority of people in general, are just like, yeah, that dude's cool. And the ones that are not like that, okay, the majority of people who are watching my videos as adults and go, I hate Cobra, they're fat heroin abusing pieces of shit. Or just some loser in their fucking 45-year-old loser living in his mom's basement. Like, Mom, did DoorDash arrive yet? No, Junior, let me check the tracker. Oh, yeah, sweet. I got my Big Mac. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. What the fuck is Cobra up to tonight? I hate his fucking guts. I'm going to spend every fucking night making sure he doesn't go live. And if he goes live, I'm going to show up in his goddamn comment section and I'm going to fuck with him. No, it's not fair. Cobra's dick's bigger than mine. He's actually felt boobies. Oh. You know, my trolls need to get a life more than I need to get laid. It's the truth. I feel sorry for my trolls because I got celebrities I don't like. I'm not going to spend as much time as they do harassing them back or harassing celebrities I don't like. It's a waste of my fucking time.
Sheriffs are accountable to you.
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
Just saying.
Statement or the principle of my body, my choice.
Yes, absolutely. Bodily autonomy is a human right. Healthcare is a human right.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Human autonomy? Autonomy is not, well, if it's called human anatomy or human autonomy, however, anatomy, autonomy, potato, potato. If it has the word human in it, then it is a human right.
Access to healthcare should not be something that is dictated
Stand
by
by.
the Supreme Court.
Stand by. Stop right
It's
there.
not actually because they legally cannot
All right.
turn you away for.
All right, so let's just.
No, but at the same time, if we had universal health care like Canada, you know, a lot of people can't afford health care. Fucking health insurance is so goddamn expensive. It's ridiculous. Gas is going up in price. Groceries are going up in price. The hospital visit's going to cost you more than it did like 3-4 years ago. You know, you see all this depressing bullshit in our society, and it's just like you stop giving a fuck about when your dry spell ends, and you know what? You realize there are bigger fucking problems in our world to fucking fix that are more important than your petty little, oh, your dick hadn't been touched in 5 years. Fuck off with it. which is exactly how my fucking dick is still able to work. Thank you, females on Chatterbait. Yeah.
Take this for a second. All right. So say you're a medical doctor. On average,
Like this time, I didn't even open the fucking door, and it's like, oh, that was the best part of it for my trolls. I bet. Well, no, it's just, you know what I'm saying? You're dumb. Okay, you're fucking dumb. Every time we do crap like that, Cobra wins. And
she's going to
they're
take.
too stupid to fucking see it. Like, do you see Cobra going out of his way to fuck with my trolls that hard? I'm like, no, one, I got my true fans to do that for me. And two, I just don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, your life is so fucking sad that that's what you do for entertainment. You're more miserable than I am. Holy shit. Execute Order 44. Yeah. You know, when a bunch of my true fans get together and they're just like, you know what? I'm tired of seeing our boy get fucked with like that. I know, man, it's pissing me off, kind of thing, right? Eventually, they start going after you fucking assholes. So here's something to think about. You think you're safe in your little fucking discords and your little fucking subreddits? How do you know that my fans won't impersonate and pretend to be a troll just to gain your fucking trust? That is the catch-all 22 of it, really, is this whole fucking cult of mine revolves around the assholes who fucking hate me. But I choose to focus on the assholes who support me, because I'm an asshole too. We're all fucking assholes racing to our graves, you know? And that's just it. I choose to focus on the people who support me and say, fuck the losers who don't, you know? Even if you don't support me, you go out of your way to fuck with me. It means you secretly want to support me, but you're not sure how to internalize it. So you're just like, oh, Cobra's different, and I kind of like his style. I don't know how to, what do I do?
Yeah, what, 12 years before you can start putting fingers in assholes or whatever you do. All right. And you're going to run up like $1 million worth of, debt. All right.
That's the bitch about college. You go to college for a degree and you rack up student debt, which is why you shouldn't go to college unless you get a grant or you can afford it. Because who the fuck wants to be in their fucking 40s paying off student debt? You get to about 45, 50 years old and you finally get your student debt paid off, but half of your fucking life is gone. Just so you can spend the other half of it doing what you got your degree in. And then just to get like halfway through your 50s, 60s, you're like 75, 80, and you're unhappy with life. And then you're just like, well, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, the doctor's got to work to pay off this debt, but yet they want him to work for them for fucking free.
you know what I'm saying? Like, my trolls are so fucking lonely, miserable pieces of shit. If they're gonna pick on a bunch of innocent gay dudes who don't even know Cobra, they don't even know what he's about or any of it, they're just lonely too. And it's like, yeah, Cobra's lonely too, but he's not like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's just layers to fucked up to it. You know what I'm saying? And I refuse to get mad about it. I'm sitting here as calm as can be, just laughing about it because it's like, bro, my trolls are questioning their sexuality, and it's so goddamn obvious. Otherwise, you wouldn't obsess about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Golly. Ridiculous, I say.
Yep.
Okay, that's called fucking slavery.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's just called free labor, but whatever you want to call it. Potato.
So
You can't just expect someone that one person over here is working for a salary versus one person over here is just doing it for free. You know, I mean, yeah, dude, you know, I mean,
what? Yeah, granted, I understand. I understand. You're sick. Shit's fucking bad. And I don't know what to tell you. But if you want to find a hospital or doctors who will work for free, by all means do that. But in the real world where shit costs money and nothing's fucking free, suck a dick.
I'm sure she's had more than her fair share.
Well, if you suck more dicks, it'll be less abortions.
That's very.
Or here's a thought: if you use birth control, there'd be less abortions. Okay, we're gonna circle back to what I was saying earlier. Okay, if you make abortion illegal, then women will find a way to do it themselves that will potentially hurt them and their child both. Okay, and the safest way to avoid abortions is just to say no to sex, abstinence, and Satan will be your guide. All jokes aside, could you imagine an abstinence only satanic group? Ah, ha, ha, ha. Even I'm chuckling at that. It's like the devil's supposed to be like the guy for like temptation and shit. So it's like, that's great. We're here today to pray to Satan and resist our temptation of the flesh. Look, I'm being a smart ass, obviously, but it's just about saying, you don't need sex to be happy. You really don't. Society puts all this pressure on women and men to have sex, and then when they have it, they don't want to deal with the consequences because you know what I'm saying. It's like, well, for 10 minutes of, oh yeah, oh my god, yeah. So, hey, so what are you into? You want to cuddle and talk about it? Like, you like going for walks on the beach? Well, that's cool. I like the way the water sounds on the sand, man. Oh, myself, I like going for hikes. No, seriously, I do. You go for a hike in like spring or summer when the weather's nice. Casper has a lot of really pretty nature spots, man. We got Crimson Dawn, we got the waterfalls, we got Lake Alcova. And people don't realize just how pretty it really is until they get out there and there's the silence, the wind rustling through your face and your hair, the chirping of birds. I shit you not, Casper's got a lot of really pretty spots to go camping and fishing and shit. So, yeah, would recommend coming down here for a visit just to see all the pretty nature spots. Yeah. Because Crimson Dawn is like my favorite spot to go to. It's got a history of witchcraft, and I fucking love it. I feel so in tuned when I go up there. It's like, you got about 10 more minutes to go, yeah?
Just saying.
I mean, you don't have to abort your children if you swallow them. It's just rule of thumb.
You just absorb them.
During the pandemic, did you support people's right to not get the COVID vaccine?
Uh-oh.
That's an ornery question to ask. That'd be like asking a Republican or someone who's right wing Oh, you're against abortion because it kills people, but you support guns. Not all guns kill people. I get that. But at the same time, not all abortions kill people. They're strictly designed. Sometimes it's medically necessary, you know? And I'm not trying to be a dick about it, but that's just exactly how it is. Ah, thanks for the money that you're sending me on hold. I appreciate that. I want to call PayPal tomorrow and get it off of hold. So you're just gonna make King Cobra JFS even richer. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. You put the money on hold on PayPal, I'm not gonna answer your shit. It's gotta go directly into my account. Otherwise, I'm not gonna fucking answer it. So if you want to waste your time and your fucking money just to have your shit not answered, well, I guess Cobra wins again. Try to play it off all stupid like, well, hello. You have $16 in your Cash App. Thanks, guys. Take a break from ranting about women's rights and supporting abortion and women and you know. Well, hello, we got some money. That's what's up, man. Let's see. For me and my twin brother's birthday, shout out to So Deep. Yeah, buddy, shout out to So Deep. That's what's up. Hell yeah. For we want a four local challenge today at 5:45. Thank you, Kyle, for the $15, bro. Appreciate that, man. Glorious. Those just came in. They put that money into my Cash App. I want to cash that out. Yeah, man. Get some money going and flowing, and like yeah, that'd be a fun little challenge to do, man. Alcohol challenges are fun, but I don't want to do them all the time because they're expensive and you know. Yes. Oh, holy shite! Another one. Look out! Hell yeah! For a six-pack from Holden Tuddix. Hell yeah, Holden. Thank you for your $30. That's what's up. I'm going to accept that. Beautiful. And again, you guys do not have to donate to my Cash App, but it is greatly appreciated. You have no flipping idea. That is a bonus to what I do on YouTube. I got of age girls showing me their titties and I'm not gonna share those. Those are for me only. Fucking, I got fans donating money. It's all a bonus to what I do. What's really important is that the people who tune in to watch me go live, like, yeah, you can't put the money on hold when you donate to me on Cash App. So now, of course, now the trolls found a way to fucking troll me or try to troll me on PayPal. It's just like how sad is your life? Your whole life revolves around Cobra. Well, he finds other ways to make money and just continue shoving it in your face. Like I love shoving my YouTube fame in my trolls' faces. I get off on that shit. I don't get mad at my trolls anymore because to me it's a game. How many people can I get to worship the ground I walk on? God damn, dude, $33? Fuck yeah, dude. Cash that son bitch out. Cash out, motherfucker. Yep, I'm liking that. I did in fact order a Cash App card. It's got a pentagram on it and it says Cobra Cult, and the T in cult is a satanic inverted cross. Which originally it's not a satanic cross. Originally, if you know the history of inverted crosses, there was a pope who felt like he was not worthy enough to be crucified in the same manner as that cunt Jesus. So he had the church crucify him upside down. And now it's being seen as a satanic symbol. But That's what's up. So thank you for the donations. Oh goddamn, another donation. Whew. Look out, folks. We're making some money today. Goddamn, YouTube. Cole making some money tonight. You guys are more than generous. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is where it's at, man. This is why the trolls are jealous, to be honest. For Cobes, is this the real you? Love from Sarah. Yeah, Sarah, this is the real me. I just got your $5. I'm gonna accept that. Beautiful. $5 has been deposited into your. Goddamn, you guys, spoiling me tonight. Hell yeah, Duke. Thank you for the $5. He says, "Thanks for the great content, Cobra. That's what's up, man. Most definitely. Yeah, buddy. Look at me go. Sweet, man. Another $10. Yeah, let's cash that some dick out. Yeah, man. I'm gonna finish this rant and I'm gonna take a shower and just chill out for the evening, kind of thing. But I do appreciate you all tuning into the stream. You guys do not have to donate to my Cash App or my PayPal. It's greatly appreciated. Yes, I love being Cobra JFS. Yeah, man. Oh, fangirl Kate says, "Hey Sarah, thanks for the money. I got your heart reacts." Rawr. Fangirl Kate's like, "You look so handsome today." Aw. So yeah, shout out to Sarah and Fangirl Kate. That's what's up. Sarah's dog Kelly is just the cutest. You gonna stream tonight? Dude, I'm streaming right now. Ah, Joshy like. Yeah. Oh, that is just. Oh my god, dude. Damn it. One of my of age fangirls ordered some some fangirl panties, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna show that on YouTube because that's for my eyes only. Oh, that's nice. Sweet of age cisgendered goodness. Oh, my customized girl look merch looked good, and she looked good wearing it too. Fuck me, man. Oof. I got a butt segment of my own. Yeah. Now I'm not gonna show the picture unless she gives me permission because I'm a gentleman like that. But goddamn, one of my fangirls texted me. She's like, "Finally, the fangirl panties I ordered got here." I'm like, oh my god, dude. So shout out to man. How do you say that? Okay, yeah, there's a fangirl Maddie. That's what's up. Hey guys, this number texted me and told me to kill myself. You know what I say? Fuck suicide. You know, I want to text him back. You first. I want to watch. No, seriously. You first. I want to watch. Glorious. Like, goddamn, Cobra's got chicks giving him money and buying his merchandise and texting him pictures of them wearing it. Yeah, I'm living the fucking life, and I'm so grateful for all the support that I get. My fangirls do not have to send me money or text me pictures of their of age private parts or buy the scantily clad merchandise. This is like I said, a bonus to what I do. If you do donate to the Cash App and the PayPal, I will donate. Yeah. God damn, dude, I'm blowing up now. Holy shit. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, Jake, for the $15 donation. Thank you for that, brother. I appreciate it. I like how Cash App's got black and green on their website. It's very cult, Cobra cult. Yeah, man. Fucking beautiful. Hell yeah, you guys are awesome. I'll check on that here in a second. Let's get back to this Terrence Pop video response from Donkulus.com.
That is the
Hell yeah, I see some crows flying outside my window. Biatchan.
case of a woman who knows that she just got caught in a double standard.
Well, the thing is a lot of women who
Because
think,
people are assholes, they'll ask you questions that make you think. And they're not intentionally trying to be a dick about it, but it's like,
emotionally like her will always get outmaneuvered by the calm, rational person. And I talk about this in my
Yeah.
book all the time.
I've had abortion debates with leftoids, and it never ends well for them, and they always wind up hating my guts.
Here we go.
Yeah, see, that's the face that she usually makes about 48 hours before she needs to get the Plan B pill.
It's a difficult conversation.
Do you support bodily autonomy in other situations? For example, the COVID vaccine mandates.
The vaccine mandates, we've been mandated to get vaccines for years and years.
Actually, no, we
No,
haven't.
we haven't.
No, I mean,
oh, hold up. Oh, it's a Kelly girl. I see you, Kelly girl. There's a Kelly dog. Oh, it's so cute. Yeah, I love it when my fans will watch my videos with their human companion pets. I don't just call them pets because I feel like that's kind of you know. I call them human companion pets. To me, that sounds a bit more, oh, so adorable. I'm not doing the cock holster on YouTube. That kind of pisses me off with that hypocrisy because women are totally allowed to go on YouTube and wear a micro bikini with nothing on but a little bit of fabric covering their nipples and their coochie, and they can shake their ass and, hey guys, it's your girl so and so back at it with another try on video, and then doesn't say shit. I go on YouTube with a cock holster and I get flagged for sexual content. So I'm like, yeah. Oh my god. My channel is not gonna get deleted for okay, YouTube algorithm. I'm being told to kill myself. Fuck suicide. And you know what? Maybe you should stop telling me, you know what I'm saying? Wow, this is the kind of crap I put up with. The only retard here is you. You should kill yourself because you have nobody. I have more than you'll ever have. And it's the truth. I'll have more than this ever. The only retard here is you. You should kill yourself because you have nobody. I have more than you'll ever have. Big old middle finger to my trolls. Come on, what else do you got to say? I get off on your attention. Oh, God, if I wasn't on YouTube right now. Oh, yeah. That's rich coming from the assholes who've made it their life's mission to fucking harass me. Fuck you. I got all day for this crap, dude. Yeah, it's bigger than yours. Yeah. Yeah, and it's bigger than yours, faggot. Suck my dick harder, you British cigarette. I smoke trolls like I smoke cigarettes, dog. Yeah, exactly what I agree. Screw the haters, dude. I'll check the P.O Box when I can. Come on, what you got? What else you got? It's a game. I'm being entertained by my haters now. This is quite fun. How much control I really have over them. I bet they're getting so mad right now. I love it. Yeah. Doxing what? It's a fucking no caller ID fucking bullshit number. So like, yeah, dude. I did keep it real. Someone texted me, they're like, fuck the haters, man, keep it real, 100. Hell yeah. I'm sure I got stickers. It's been a hot minute since I've checked. God damn, dude. $21 already? Fucking hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. For the trolls hate you because they can't be you. Thank you, NV. That's what's up. That's the fucking truth, dude. Thank you for the $30. I'll drink to that. I just got another $30. The trolls hate me because they can't be me, dude. Shit. I like to personally thank my trolls for sucking my cock. They do it better than their mom and their of-age girlfriend and their of-age daughter do it. Oh, yeah, that's what's up. It's like, if you want to be a piece of shit, guess what? I can be a bigger piece of shit right back, and I'll get away with it because I'm autistic and you're the one fucking starting it. And you've been doing this kind of crap to me for 10 plus years. Cobra fights back and he's the asshole. Fuck off with that. Oh, no, fucking YouTube fucking deletes my account for doxing that troll's number. I'll just create a new account and be bigger than better than ever. Like, funny how it's like I age restrict the video because kids, you should not be drinking alcohol. This is for 21 and up. Alright? Wait till you're old enough to drink. It's worth it. Worth the wait, trust me. It's just like ending my dry spell. Waiting to be old enough to drink is just like ending my dry spell. It's worth the wait. Be patient, don't rush a good thing, you know? Yeah.
Schools can try to say that they won't let you in or whatever. All you need is a medical waiver. Boom, you're done.
Or you file a lawsuit.
There you go. People in California state have been doing it for years. That's why there were outbreaks of things like measles and polio.
Oh, and
the bubonic plague.
yeah.
Not trying to be a dick, but like abortion should be legal for certain circumstances because medical reasons and population control. Not trying to be a dick, but there's too many goddamn people on this fucking planet, and everyone's, to a degree, not everyone, but the good majority of you are polluting the air, which is causing our fucking ecosystem to go out of whack. So the weather we're seeing now is weather we would be seeing like 50 years from now, but pollution speeds up climate change, which is caused by global warming. Okay, global warming is a cause of too much pollution in the air. Climate change is a natural occurrence that happens. And you want proof of this, look at the dinosaurs, look at the Ice Age. Our planet goes through cycles where it's super cold, you know.
I was going to say Black Death.
And now, like, toxic male is against abortion, but let me ask you this. If you got your wife pregnant and you had a kid on the way, and the only way to save your wife, toxic male, is for your wife to get an abortion. If she did not get the abortion and your wife died, you'd be stuck with all those kids being a single dad in today's society. Having to use your kids to sucker in another chick into that crap. You'd fucking hate it. You'd be miserable. You'd be missing your wife. Would you be pro or anti abortion on that? Like, I'm not trying to be a dick, but that's how it is, Blake. Toxic male. You know, if your wife was pregnant with another kid, and the only way to save her life was you had to choose between the baby and your wife. Like, oh, Mrs. Toxic Male, if you do not abort this baby for medical reasons, you are going to die if you give birth to this child. And you know what that's like, toxic male, trying to find a new girlfriend, start over, and build up the trust. You're already comfortable with the wife you have, or as comfortable as you can be, right? I'm not trying to be a dick now. I'm just asking you a question. Like, how would it feel to have the shoe on the other foot? You know, sometimes abortion should be totally legal within certain circumstances.
Here's an ear.
So you do support in that situation people not having control of their bodies.
That's not having not control of your bodies.
It's exactly what
are
it
you
is.
talking?
So there you go. People in California state have been doing it for years. That's why there were outbreaks of things like measles and polio.
Oh, and then,
the bubonic plague.
yeah, I was going to say Black Death.
Here's an ear.
So you do support in that situation people not having control of their bodies.
That's not having not control of your bodies.
It's exactly what
are
it
you
is.
talking about? If somebody is injecting something into your body against your will, you don't have control.
If you
Yeah, you do have control. You just say, you know what? Fuck you. I'm not getting vaccinated. There's your control right there. And you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a fucking problem with this crap, dude. Like, if there are certain circumstances, okay, YouTube, there are certain circumstances where abortion should be legal. If the woman was raped or molested by someone in her family, or raped by a total stranger, or, okay, it's for medical reasons. Okay, if you're using abortion like it's birth control, then fuck you. Give the kid up for adoption, you know? And there are those what ifs that nobody wants to think about. Like, could you imagine you're passing out cigars? Like, yeah, hey, you guys. We're about to be proud parents. Well, congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Stevenson. I'm so happy for you and your situation. Fuck off. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Stevenson, your baby came out dead. Golly, sorry for your circumstance. And to avoid that sadness and that sorrow, all you had to do was get an abortion. So, you know, would you force a woman to give birth to a dead baby, knowing that she's probably... Some women get excited. They're going to be a mother, they're scared, and they're excited at the same time. And it's like, Mr. and Mrs. Stevenson, your baby's going to come out dead anyways. So, I mean, really uncomfortable conversation to have there. Would you force a woman to give birth to a dead baby, or would you be like, you know what? That fetus's stem cells could be used for medical purposes. And it seems kind of like a dick move to force a woman who's getting all excited to give birth to the baby. You know what I'm saying? Like some women get really excited about it. They get, intimidated because it's gonna hurt, it's gonna be painful, it's gonna be, the whole 9 yards. Could you? I couldn't bring myself to do it, man. If there's like a doctor and they're like, well, your kid's gonna come out dead in 9 months, so don't know what to tell you. Either it was a bad sperm or a bad egg, or who knows, man. I'm not trying to piss off toxic male with this response, or Terrence Pop for that matter, but that's something to think about. You're so against abortion, but if the abortion came down to your wife dying unless she gets this abortion, so it's like you're a dude, of course you're not going to say, yeah, force her to give birth because, I want to be a single parent with a bunch of kids, right? No. Fuck that shit. That sounds like hell.
Ordinarily choose that, and it is forced upon you by, say, I don't know, threat of losing your job, being on.
Oh, it fucking kills me. I'm watching Mr. Morgue Official, and one of his coworkers got fired for protesting in an abortion rights thing. Like there are people out there protesting the government and the system and the man, telling us we don't care if you're a woman, and we don't care if you're the one with the baby in the stomach. We say fuck you. And then it becomes an issue of women's rights. And if you don't give a fuck about women's rights, you can't expect them to give a fuck about men's rights. And if men don't give a fuck about women's rights, you can't expect them to give a fuck about men's rights. It's the truth, YouTube. People are fucking assholes to each other. It's like you're so stuck up your own fucking ass with your own political ideology, you can't see past the bullshit of the extremes on both Democrats and Republicans and these fucking psycho nut jobs who are in control and who have political power. Where it's like now it's a violent goddamn offense if someone identifies as a purple sparkly unicorn dragon and you call him a fucking person, you're a bigot and you could go to jail for that because that's the violent offense. That to me, I'm like, look, too far. It's like, nah, never mind the fucking hormones in our food, which are causing kids to hit puberty way too early while you shove puberty blockers down their throat. Because, you force them to identify as trans kind of thing. How does that work? We're going to inject our food full of so many goddamn fucking hormones that children hit puberty way too early, and then we're going to brainwash them into thinking they're trans just so they can take puberty blockers. That can't be good for the body. And there are some people who let them discover it for themselves. That's all I'm saying. Okay, if you're going to come at me as some kind of phobe, like let kids discover that for them. Let kids be kids, dude. If they go into like high school or college and they start going, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I think I'm blah 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 blah. Then okay, cool. Okay, stop forcing people to accept LGBTQ plus, and stop forcing people to like identify as it, and let people accept it on their own terms. Let people identify and figure out who they are as people on their own terms, within reason. And I'll say it again, fuck sickos.
to participate in society, go out and get a meal, then I would call
Alright.
that coercion. There is not a single legal contract on this planet that would not be nullified
By coercion.
by coercion.
But here's another thing. Say she has a boss and he wants to put something in her body that she doesn't want put in her body. But yet he does it anyway. But it's during a pandemic, so it's okay.
No, that's totally okay.
Get the fuck out of here.
Piss off.
Get the fuck out of here. I cannot believe. I mean, this is the stupidity.
Hold on 1 second. I'm not even going to respond to that. No. Tell me how you really feel. Oh my God, that's too fucking great. Oh my fucking God, that's too fucking funny. Yeah, and you're jealous I'm old enough to drink and you're some stupid little fucking bitch in his mom's basement. It's the fucking truth. Every time you text me, Cobra wins. I want to drink to fucking your mom later. Like, you want to be an immature piece of shit? I can be one too, dude. Fuck off. And I'm better at it because, you know, people support me. They don't support the trolls, dude. Holy crap, they literally sent me like 2 paragraphs. Jesus Christ, I'm winning right now. Every time they text me. Oh, that's glorious. That is glorious. Shout out to Shelby, that's what's up. Yeah, but the only reason I don't ignore the haters is so they give me more attention. Like I said, it's a game to me, you know? And they're too stupid to see it. That's a bunch of rumors. I'm straight for of age women. My dry spell is still going, and I don't care when it ends. But yeah, thank you for the fucking donations. I appreciate it. Yo, Cobra. You know, I pissed off the trolls and I'm winning because they keep telling me to kill myself. And I'm like, living is just a slow way to commit suicide. We're all killing ourselves a little every day. Fuck suicide. I'm pissing my trolls off when now that I pissed them off on stream, they're continuously texting me the same shit over and over and over. And it's like, yeah, I'll die when I'm ready to die, when it's my time. I don't give a fuck when I die. I don't give a fuck how it happens. I don't give a fuck when it happens. I'm living life to the fucking fullest. Drinking beer, smoking pot, making fans, making content, fucking shredding guitar, dude. Piss off. That's it. And the best part of it is, I don't even gotta respond to it. All I gotta do is block, delete, ignore. And when my trolls get no attention, they starve for it, so they'll try harder. You see I'm controlling this? You see how I made my trolls a bigger puppet on my hands than Sean is? I swear to God, my trolls are more obsessed with my cock than my fangirls are. God damn, dude. Which just shows you I win once again. Yeah, we might try guitar in a video later, but I'm going to go ahead and turn off the phone so I can get back to my live stream. But I do appreciate you watching me stream, dude. That's what's up.
God, I wish I could just find where they're just producing these idiots and assholes.
What always cracks me up is when they.
And here's the thing of it, YouTube. This is why I don't let my trolls get to me. Look at people in Ukraine. You look at all the people on the internet who get bullied too. Maybe there are some people out there who don't get bullied as hard as I do, but I just say, fuck them. I keep being me and I ignore it. I don't care if it's a fucking inspiration for anyone. I just say to myself, you know what? It could be worse. I'm very humble and grateful for this apartment and for the people who care about me in my life. You know, I'll drink to that. Cheers. Hmm. You don't see my trolls getting a bunch of donations sent to their cash apps. Like, could you imagine if they were like King Cobra's #1 troll, and this is my cash app, and they'd be like, "Yeah, you're obsessed, dude. Holy fucking shit." $48 in my PayPal, all thanks to the generosity of my fans and all the shout outs I've given. Hail Ozzy, that's what the fuck is up, man. I hate my trolls more than I love Ozzy Osbourne and Cobras and Clock Towers and Bell Towers, and I hate sickos just as much. Like, people are fucking retarded, to be honest with you. Ozzy Osbourne is like my John Lennon and my my Lemmy Kilmister. Yeah, if I'm lucky to live to be that age, I hope I'm still making videos and playing guitar and just entertaining the fans, you know? It's the Autistic Ozzy live from Casper, Wyoming. Sharon! Hang on up a minute. $48. Oh, we can have some fun with that, can't we? And that's just the thing of it. I'm not gonna give like you want to be a little cunt and throw the money on hold so I don't get it. Then I'm not gonna answer your fucking question. Okay. Like, oh, we found a new way to troll Cobra, but he's not answering our shit. And at the end of the day, we're still giving him money. So it's like I win again, you know, kind of thing. Okay. Um, do they got any Ron White's tequila? Sale at any of these liquor stores? Of course they don't. God damn it. No, I feel truly blessed for the opportunity I have in life right now, you know. I really do. There's not a whole lot of people who have just 40,000 subscribers. But don't let that fool you. I'm actually a lot more famous outside of my YouTube. You know, and it just, I chose to focus on my fans, to be honest. Like, I'll have fun, fuck with my trolls right back twice as hard. You know, it is what it is. My trolls have no goddamn life. Yeah, I'm gonna order some goods. A pack of cigarettes, some beer. Well, I got like the last of that, but anyways. What other stuff could we get? It doesn't really matter, to be honest. Maybe the 6-pack of bottles. Oh, there you go. That's 2 6-packs and a pack of cigarettes. That's enough. I'm going to check out. Yeah. Beautiful. Go with that one. I want to give them a $4 tip for delivering it. Beep. They'll take care of that bloody goodness. That's enough to like continue the good feeling without being excessive. Having 12 beers versus, taking all of it and just going, yeah. Well, my account was in the negative, but thanks to this glorious fucking live stream, I want to take that $19.05 and I'm gonna transfer it, man. Okay, I ordered a little stash of alcohol. It doesn't have to be nothing fancy, or it doesn't have to be a whole lot, And now my account's definitely not in the negative anymore. I should have $20 in my account now over at my bank, so that way, yeah. Right the fuck on, dude. Yeah. Now, Cobra's doing it, man. Like you're witnessing history in the making. When I die, people are gonna remember my name. They're not gonna remember my trolls' names. They're not gonna remember what the fuck they accomplished. You know. So this obsession that people have with me is cute, to say the least. Sort of, yeah. Like I'm obsessed with Ozzy Osbourne, but you don't see me like bugging him in his personal life or being like, "Hey, what's your favorite song you ever made?" And just like fanboying super fucking hard. Fuck that. I have my celebrities that I like, and as a small time celebrity myself, I'm like, they're entitled to their privacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we're kind of going through some shit, but you share your world and your opinions with the world. People think that they're entitled to it anymore, and it's just like, okay, just because I've been in the past a little too descriptive with what I've shared with my videos doesn't mean you have to know every fucking detail of my life. And like people just they find me fascinating. So what can I say about that? Yeah, what can I say about that? Yeah, I got me a 6-pack of Bud Lights and some Wyoming local brewed beer and a pack of Marlboro Reds. Even though I totally got a pack of 4 Aces. I love smoking a pipe, but they get clogged. You know what I'm saying? You gotta clean them out and you gotta maintain them. That's why smoking cigarettes are traditionally more convenient. But tobacco is for 21 and up. So see, everyone's kind of chill out, you know.
To justify the double standard. The first chick was just like, it's irrelevant. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, um, and then the chick behind her had to chime in with something that
Didn't make sense.
didn't make any sense at all. So
Either
Bunch of
it
flim flam, gobbledygook.
applies across the board or it shouldn't apply at all.
exactly.
It's like, I don't understand.
You don't understand because you're dumb.
Well, yeah, she doesn't understand.
No, you can't say I don't understand without someone being like, you're just stupid. So it's like, it's just called having a conversation, YouTube. Maybe she's not dumb. Maybe she doesn't understand the way the other person sees their point of view. Again, this is called having a fucking debate. Just because you don't agree with her, it doesn't make her stupid. Like, as long as you ain't a sicko, who cares? That applies to pretty much everything.
because she is. You can obviously see this is one of the people that would have narked on
And Frank.
and Frank.
And they apparently
You assume that, but do you know for sure?
left her pink pussy hat at home.
Do you think it is important for people to have medical and
Oh God, what is this? The amazing Jonathan got a sex change?
It's Pat.
Oh my Lanta.
health control of their own body?
Yeah, it's good for them. It's good for.
Not trying to be that guy, but whenever you see guys who get a transgendered surgery, some of them it's convincing enough to where you'd be like, that used to be a dude. You are fucking bullshitting me. Versus, that used to be a dude, and yeah, I believe it. Okay, I will admit that I think the whole trans thing is weird, but that's because I don't understand how they think. And I'm not going to go out of my way to bully people just because you're trans. I get bullied for doing just what I do on YouTube, and you've seen it just now. I got like, once I pissed off one troll about telling me, at one troll telling me to kill myself, and I pissed that troll off. So like 10 more people got a text the same thing. And it's just like, I own these fuckers. I live rent free in their fucking head. They're watching me on YouTube right now, just fucking crying their eyes out because they have no life. So that being said, as long as you ain't a sick fuck, I'm not gonna go out of my way to bully you because, stupid.
Buddy.
You didn't
How is that good? How are abortions good for them and good for everybody?
All right, now
It's good for them because if there's a medical issue that requires the woman to have an abortion to save her life, Blake, then yeah. And it's good for everybody else because there's too many fucking people on this fucking planet. And, having one or two abortions from different people isn't going to slow down the Earth's population rate anytime soon. In fact, some would say that Mother Earth is overpopulated, especially in third world countries, kind of thing.
I'm gonna. Okay.
Notice all the people who talk like this have been born.
Yeah,
I mean, I might be in the wrong ballpark.
that's
but I'm
kind
just
of
saying.
maybe. I mean, it's kind of.
If anyone should be on the poster child for abortion, it should be my YouTube trolls. You know what I'm saying? My YouTube trolls should have been aborted. That's what I think. I would have paid to see that, like smoking a blunt, going back in time, like you ain't gonna fucking do shit, you little bitch. If anyone's mom should have fucking swallowed, it's my fucking YouTube trolls. Oh, but wait, my trolls probably have a broken home where their mom and dad fight all the time. Maybe their dad drinks too much, or their mom fucking beats them with the belt. And then some kid rapes them at school, and no one does anything about it. And instead of being like, hey, you know what? Reaching out and getting help for it, they attack somebody who they see as different. I'm starting to think my trolls were molested because they won't stop harassing me for it. It's like Cobra hates sickos. What's your obsession with it, Like, hey, if my trolls were dropped on their heads and molested as kids, then I'll be a little bit nicer to them. I'll be like, you know what? This is why you're so mean to me, because you're lashing out with your own trauma. And you know what? I feel sorry for you. I'm here for you if you need someone to talk to.
Oh, a skewed opinion there. You were born, so you have a say.
You're a little bit. You would think that you would be kind of geared in the other direction.
Does it count as a human being if they're too stupid and new to the world to comprehend existence? There's a conversation for you, fucking YouTube. Is if they're not old enough to comprehend existence. That being said, once they're out of the womb and they have a heartbeat, that's when I'm like, okay, that to me, if you have given birth to that child, and they have a heartbeat and they're outside of the womb, to me, that's when it classifies as murder. But if you're still technically in the womb, then technically you're not a human being. You might say that's controversial, but like, okay, if a fetus is defined as a human being, then how come I'm not still in the same fetus as my birth mother? No, go ahead, I'll wait. If they're classified as fetuses are classified as humans, then how come me as a human male am not still in the same fetus I was born in? I get so fucking sick and tired of the fucking government and the fucking goddamn bureaucrats, the hypocrites, and the fucking churches, and the man telling a woman what she can and can't do with her body. Women have progressed from these bra burning women's liberation to man hating cunts. Women have progressed from the bra burning generation of women's liberation to man hating cunts. And it's like, you ever think that hating them back twice as hard sometimes doesn't work? Unless, of course, you're my YouTube trolls and then it's me, then it totally works because I'm doing it to give them, you know, this fucking urge to be like, I have to continue paying attention to Cobra. I can't get enough of him.
You're thinking meat isn't
And
wire.
here's another
I'm
thing
saying.
here. All right. Now listen, women have 24 to 25 different forms of birth control, to include the morning after pill.
Yeah, because women are the ones that give birth to children. That's why women have more options for birth control than men do. It is the truth. People are just like, hey, men don't give birth to children, so why should they have 28 different forms of birth control? No, give them a condom or tell them to pull out. That'll fucking solve everything. That's why it's called Plan B parenthood, because, you know, Plan A was to pull out. Well, you saw how well that worked. What's Plan B? Plan B is parenthood. Okay, that's. Woo! Edgy jokes be like.
Not to mention, they throw all these fits about, free bleeding and this crap about tampon poor, whatever else they're bitching about.
Period poverty. We actually did a whole.
Wait, what? Tampon porn's a thing? Oh, God. Nope. Nope. Why? Was she's fucking herself with the tampon like it's a dildo while she's bleeding at the same time? That's fucking disgusting. That can't be a fucking. No, I don't even want to think about it. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with having a period. It's part of Mother Nature. It's the miracle of womanhood. But that's just making it disgusting, to be honest with you. Like that's taking. Okay, yeah, we get it. Tampons are kind of shaped like penises. Okay, you perverts, calm down. Shove it in there.
So they know if the bill doesn't show up at the end of the month, something.
Because if you think college student debt's expensive, try going to the fucking hospital with no insurance. You know, when healthcare coverage and insurance is just as, if not more expensive than the groceries we're buying, the cost of living is going up and up and up and up, and people's patience for bullshit is going down, down, down.
Is up. And guess what? You could go right to the store, pee in a stick to find out, and get the morning after pill. Yeah. Okay. Great. Or better yet.
And we all know the best form of birth control is just to say no. You want to scare kids away from having sex and being 16 and pregnant. So they make a show on MTV that glamorizes it called 16 and Pregnant because that'll totally encourage kids not to have sex and to wait till they're in college. Fuck you. Hey, if I get pregnant, I could be on TV. Women at that age are obsessed with their figure. You want to scare kids away from having sex? When they're about 6th or 7th grade, show them a video of a woman pushing a baby out of her vagina. And be like, behold the miracle of life, you little bastards. Use childbirth to scare women away from wanting to touch them boys. And then them boys will be like, wait, that'll be my responsibility till they're 18? I'm like, yeah, they'll be stuck basically raising a kid as young as you. How does that feel? Oh, if not younger. You know, when you're sitting there going, oh my God, your baby brother or your baby sister is such a pain in the ass. They're always getting into your shit. Well, if you get one of your female classmates pregnant, Skippy, that's exactly how it's going to be. Only the difference is instead of it being your pain in the ass little sibling, it's going to be your own goddamn kid. And if you don't take good care of it, everyone judges you for it. I know you're getting judged as a teenager for everything that you do, the clothes you wear. You got to fit in and be cool. I get that, dude. But fucking, yeah, the judgment will only get worse. So, birth control is a beautiful thing. Condoms, contraception. But just say no doesn't work, you know, because kids are kids. I was there. We were all there, you know. As a teenage male, I was horny enough to jack off to Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. I didn't give a fuck if they were naked. I was like, of age titties. Miss March. So that being said, teaching kids about safe sex and contraception is a lot better than teaching them to just say no, because we saw how well that worked with the DARE program. Okay, kids, don't do drugs. Just say no. If someone offers you a marijuana cigarette, just say fucking no. You know, if someone offers you a real cigarette, just say no. Like you're telling kids not to do drugs, but you're doing it with a mascot. Instead of being like, let's have a human being do this, let's make it no, let's have a talking goddamn lion. I'm like, you must be on drugs if you're like, hey guys, the talking lion said. That's like you're seeing a talking lion? Dude, where's your shroom dealer? Hook me up, motherfucker. The gateway drug is not marijuana. It is the lie associated with pot and less harmful drugs such as marijuana. You know, I dare the DARE program to tell the truth about cannabis. Because growing up when I was a kid, the DARE program, it was like, don't smoke pot, kids. The first time I tried pot, I was like, they are so bullshitting me. That being said, you know, and I kind of look at it like alcohol. Some people shouldn't do it because it becomes a habit, and because some people act differently when they're on alcohol, dude. Like, preach it. You know, like people are people. Some guy snorts a line of cocaine, fucking smokes a fucking couple of doobies, and then pounds down a couple of fucking magical mushrooms, and is just sitting there full of energy going, colors, man. And then he's like, "Hey Siri, turn on Pink Floyd." Okay, turning on your Pink Floyd collection. Hey you, out there on your own, sitting naked by the phone, will you touch me? Or like, hey Siri, turn on Hell's Bells. Hell's Bells! Ba-da-dow, ba-da-dow. Rolling thunder, power, right? Never talked about when that kind of crap happens, but no, when people are sucking dick and stealing and looting and committing crime for their drug habit, that's what they talk about when it comes to this subject. It's a way to control the system. So if the government says, okay, these are the drugs we approve of you to take, these are the drugs we don't want you to take. Because some of these drugs open up your mind to the truth. You know what I'm saying? The whole stoner conspiracy bullshit. That's because marijuana helps you see things differently. You'd be sitting there going, okay, hold up, that's some bullshit.
At the discotheque, you're eating mushrooms, taking some of this crazy.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, if you're at the club and someone offers you drugs and you don't know them personally, don't take it. Okay, a little bit of common sense wouldn't kill people, would it? No, it wouldn't. Because common sense don't cost a fucking thing. Common sense is free, motherfucker. Uh, if it's your buddy and he's just like, hey man, I scored some acid. You want to do a tab? Fuck yeah, let's get Jimi Hendrix with it. Whoa, it's more intense than shrooms. Oh, dude.
Disco drug stuff.
Holy crap, they're playing dubstep and the walls are melting. Colors.
And you wind up getting bent over by the bar. It's out of you.
Like, if you're giving away drugs just so you can get some easy pussy, you're a fucking piece of shit. You know that? If you're giving out party drugs because you want people to enjoy themselves, like, hey, we're at a club, we're at a rave, you want to do some coke and fucking pound some acid? And they're voluntarily aware of what they're doing and they choose to do it. That's a lot different than being like, oops, I snuck it into your drink, have fun with that. There are people out there who do crap like that, and it's like, what a waste. And more importantly, that's a dick move. That is a dick fucking move. You're going to the club thinking, oh yeah, we'll pound a couple of Jaeger bombs and go on the dance floor, go crazy with it, and that'll be the end of it. And then, nope, 2 days later, you're at someone else's house going, where the fuck am I at? Dude, you are gnarly because people on drugs are just as equally influenced as people on alcohol, to be honest. And some people just shouldn't do drugs. If you're sucking dick for your habit, not because you're gay, but because you need your fix, you might want to rethink your shit. If you're stealing from your loved ones, you might want to rethink your shit, YouTube. That's just it's the truth, like drugs themselves aren't necessarily a bad thing. It's what people do when they're on them, That's my liberal take on that, but no one cares. Like it's extremely hypocritical for them to be like, oh, if you're depressed, take an antidepressant, but don't smoke pot, kids. That's a gateway drug. And it's like, yeah, but we know the side effects of marijuana are perfectly safe. You smoke it, you get the munchies, you get cotton mouth, you laugh at stupid shit. Someone says a funny word, and you're just like, potato. Potato. Hey, potato almost sounds like taint, you guys. Oh, you know what sounds really good? Some French fries. Oh. Hey guy, what's your favorite French fry? Oh, I like this place. Sit down in a circle like that 70s show, be like, oh, that place sucks. This place is so much better. You're full of shit. Their fries fucking suck. Weak sauce, dude. How can you like those fucking fries, man? They're way too fucking salty. So ask for light salt. Damn it.
Security camera, so it's all good. And you go home, and the next morning,
Yeah. Okay, if you have to, like, drug a chick to get laid, you ain't got no game, dude, and you're a little fucking pussy bitch. The real man will walk in, you're like, can I buy you a drink? You know, you make her think, but also make her laugh. That's the key to it. Like, hey, can I interest you in a stiff cock? Excuse me, let me finish. Stiff cocktail. I'd like to buy you a drink. Where's your mind, honey? Shoosh. Don't call me honey. Okay, girl. Goddamn. Why you so fucking edgy? How many guys have hurt you? Whose balls do we gotta step on?
wake up, and you're like, what happened? Oh, no, I think I'm a.
Yeah, if you're doing it like that, that's horseshit. You gotta drug a chick and go where the cameras aren't looking just to get yourself some. And it's like, you're a fucking piece of shit. You know that? Like, at least, that's kind of like a dick move to do, because some people, it's like, you tell them, hey, you want to do some Molly or some MDM or like some acid? And they're like, no, because drugs are bad. That should be their choice. Much like getting an abortion or getting a vaccination, you know. Giving, like, within reason, of course, like the reason of choice, that kind of thing. Fucking hate sickos.
I had sex. You go to the store,
It's a little
you get the
sticky,
morning
though.
after pill. You don't have to murder anything.
You don't even have to do that. Women for centuries drank abortifacient teas. They still make them.
Yeah.
You can drink them regularly if you are sexually active, and most of the time it'll do the trick. And unless the dude's got really strong swimmers and you're a fertile myrtle, which does happen. I mean,
Yeah.
I actually know a friend of mine who got pregnant off a
Fertile Myrtle or Moaning Myrtle? Oh, she was definitely moaning before the. Okay, that's not appropriate. Really shitty Harry Potter joke. Yeah.
time accidental insertion.
Whoa.
Not even to completion. I don't even know what the hell was
That was
going
the
on with
commando sperm right
that.
there.
Was, yeah.
There's like 3 sperms on the end. Take us in, Johnny.
It's like 3 sperms just barreling in there, and then her egg is just like fucking John. Well, I guess we gotta get him. Rope that shit
Cover me
in.
while I move. I'm almost there. Na, 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 na. It's like the ultimate Hail Mary pass.
It is
Oh my God.
insane in the membrane.
Yeah, but
Support the man.
Oh, sorry.
what I'm trying to say, in today's day and age, with all the technology we have, the only thing that makes this such a horrible problem is the fact that women do not want to accept accountability for their actions.
That's really all it is, and that's why they've had to do the blame and shame thing.
Oh, yeah. Because when men do not accept accountability for their actions, they're a typical male pig piece of shit who needs to check their privilege. Women are just as scared as men in certain situations, YouTube. So it's like, regardless of gender, you gotta accept the consequences of your actions, regardless if it's getting a chick pregnant or not. I take a beer piss. Open up, trolls. Cobra's got your drink of the day. Who's a thirsty troll? Yeah, the trolls are a bunch of clock chasing wannabe whores. Drink up. But you guys have been awesome tuning into the stream. I appreciate y'all supporting me. Yeah. That King Cobra JFS is one bad mother trucker.
By insisting that we have reproductive rights that we don't have, and bodily autonomy that we...
Well, and that's kind of how society may see it. Women tend to have more reproductive rights than men because they're the one carrying the children until it comes to abortion. And then it's just like, wait a minute. So like it's just very confusing and very hypocritical. That's who the fuck is this? Hey, what's up? How you doing, man? Good, man. Hell yeah, what's up? YouTube autograph. Word. Oh, man. Thanks, man. Have a good night. Yeah, dude. God damn, dude, that was fucking quick, YouTube. Oh, the company I go through to have adult fun time delivered. We got some Marlboro Red cigarettes. Dude, I want to give that person a 5 stars. They were so professional and super friendly. And they got here so quick. I was like, God damn, YouTube. That was quick as shit. And I go through the company so often that they know who I am. They're like, he's definitely old enough. Getting ID'd at 31, you're making me feel young again. I'm still young. I was being a smartass. Oh, here we go. 1 second. I'm going to give Bond Brewing Company some shout outs. Glorious YouTube. Crack open another beer for the last half of the stream. Yeah. Not trying to like trigger any ex-smokers, but let's give it a pack. Oh, we got a fresh pack of cigarettes. These are for 21 and up. Tear off the foil. They're not Marlboro NXTs, but that's all right. It's the price you pay for being lazy. You get 2 choices, red or light, depending on which one you go through. Get in there. Get in there. There we go. Oh my god, the smell off these is, yeah, dude, it smells like a pack of cigarettes before you light it. Right on, man. I'll go have me a goddamn cigarette, man. Come in and finish this motherfucking video. These cigarettes and this beer are courteous thanks to the fans. Appreciate you, cool cobras. Because, yeah, This is a smoker-free building, so of course we'll go outside, choke down this cigarette, come back in. You know how we do. Yeah, 1 second. So, that's the kind of friendly attitude. That's why I like going with these people. Yeah. 5 stars. That's what's up. Booyaka, 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 booyaka. Didn't expect it to get here that fucking quickly, to be honest with you, but that's cool, man. Got my pocket dragon. Crack open another beer. We got like 4 more minutes left of this here live stream, or this the stream they're doing here, and then it's just like, yeah. Snowy Range Scottish Ale from Bond Brewing Company, not to be confused with Tactical Soaps Bond, but this is a Wyoming-made beer, and you got to support your local breweries. And again, I wasn't trying to piss off anyone with this video, rather give you something to think about, like to challenge your norm. And that's why a lot of people hate Cobra. You're jealous of me, you're jealous of what I'm doing and how I'm changing the world in my own special way. And it's just like, okay, cool. I appreciate the support. Like being able to get beer and cigarettes when I'm flat fucking broke is just a blessing. Like that's a bonus to what I do. Cheers to my fans, man. Hold up. Mm. 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 Yeah, Snowy Range Scottish Ale. It's heavy like Guinness, and it tastes oddly similar, but it's got its own unique profile, and it's really delicious. Now, Bond's Brewing Company is not a sponsor, but you make a damn good beer. Mm. Dark beers are your thing, and you live in Wyoming, you'd like this. Exquisite. And even though I got a whole 12 beers to my name, I don't feel like drinking the rest of them tonight. In fact, I might have one more beer after this when I get on a stream, and then I feel good. Like, I've noticed that cutting down on alcohol, I get drunker and get to that point quicker, and it's less money being wasted. That's the problem with alcohol, I think, is you drink so much of it because it tastes so good and it gives you that intoxicated feeling that makes alcohol so addicting. And then you drink to a point where you have to keep drinking to, and then your tolerance goes up. So you kind of cut down on drinking just a little bit, and then you can get the feeling a lot quicker for less alcohol. So there is a plus to learning to drink more responsibly. Ron White is one of my favorite comedians. This dude smoking a cigar, he's got a scotch in his hand, just fucking telling it like it is. Funnier than shit. This dude has quit drinking, and one of the people I idolize in the comedian world, like Ozzy Osbourne quit drinking. He might have a drink on occasion, but like he doesn't get plastered all the time. And I'm telling you right now from personal experience, getting plastered all the time can be fun, but it gets boring after a while. You know what I'm saying? You're always broke because you're always craving a sip kind of thing, and you just have to say to yourself, I like to drink, but next time I get alcohol, let's try drinking a little bit less, and then like a little bit less next time, and then you get to a point where you can enjoy alcohol responsibly. You don't have to be blackout drunk to enjoy it. And like, I don't get blackout drunk. I'm a Scotsman through heritage, and I got a high tolerance to alcohol, so I don't really get blackout drunk. I might have gotten blackout drunk maybe 4 times in my life, and that was it in the span of 21 to 31. And I don't get whiskey dick neither, which is that makes me dangerous. God fucking damn it, that is some good locally brewed beer. Fuck me. If I ever see a bottle of Ron White's tequila, I would love to buy a bottle and try it. Ozzy Osbourne's got his own London Dry Gin. Cradle of Filth has their own beer. I try all of it, dude, 100%. That's how it is, dude. These things are so fucking bad for your health, but holy fuck, once you're hooked on them, it's just like nothing hits quite the same. I'll cut down on my cigarettes because they get pretty expensive. Instead of an $8 a pack, it's ridiculous, you know, and they're just like, eh. It's cheaper to buy a big ass bag of Four Aces pipe tobacco and have one of your traditional tobacco pipes in your pipe tool ready. But the art of pipe smoking it's enjoyable, but it's a bit cumbersome. As somebody who smokes a tobacco pipe, I can tell you right now, it's not as easy as it looks. There's so many things like if you don't keep your pipe clean, it gets clogged with resin from your tobacco, and then if you overpack your pipe, it's not gonna light. If you pack it too light, it's gonna burn too quickly, you know. Yeah, and like there's just so much that goes into pipe smoking, and then like it's just conventionally easier to pull a lolly out of your pack and light it. Because the Brits no longer call these fags. They don't call them that anymore. They call them lollies. Because like it's supposed to represent a lollipop stick. So I guess the terminology lolly came about. Which I don't care what the fuck you call them. It's a cigarette's a cigarette, dude. Oh yeah, it's the stuff. I'm fixing to go out and have a cigarette and come back in and finish this here video response. But I want to say thank you to all the fans who have donated money, your time, your energy. You're getting excited. You just got off work and Cobra's got a beer and some cigarettes, and we're going to go live and just tell it like it is. Fucking go off on some motherfuckers. I actually respect Ron White's choice to quit drinking. It takes a bigger person than life itself to acknowledge you have a problem. And for me, I did acknowledge that my drinking does get to be a problem sometimes when I go through spurts of I want to drink because of whatever reason. And then I get out of those spurts and I'm able to have like 3 or 4 beers and be like, I'm good. Makes the alcohol last longer. Ugh. Fuck me, that is just some good Snowy Range Scottish Ale from Bonds Brewing Company. Would highly recommend. I love my Bud Light, Budweiser, but when you got a local beer brew, blah, you know what I'm saying? Come on, you know it's going to cost more than your local. Your local brews are going to cost more than your domestics, but eh, oh, that's good. That's real fucking good. I like hard liquor too, man. My favorite liquor is whiskey. Jack Daniels. I've always had a thing for Jack Daniels honey, and then my friends at the time, Bree and Phil, would always drink it whenever they go, and they'd mix it with Dr. Pepper. And back when I hung out with them back in the day, that's all we'd drink. And I bring over a bottle and be like, "Hey, thanks for sharing with me," kind of thing. But I don't know. Some of my friends have kind of drifted apart from back in the day, and it is what it is. I don't judge them, so I hope they wouldn't judge me. Ugh. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm sitting here staring at it like, you can't smoke it on. No, if this was my dream house, fuck yeah. If I was living in my clock towered mansion and I had my study with my computer and everything set up, then it wouldn't be an issue. But they've asked that I no longer smoke tobacco indoors, and well, I fought it at my last place, and it didn't lead anywhere good. So yeah. People are like, King Cobra, go kill yourself. I'm like, working on it. He said sarcastically, fuck suicide. That's not being sarcastic, that's being real. Living is just a slow way to commit suicide, man. And you know what? Fuck suicide. We all die someday. I've accepted that I'm going to die at a very young age. Like, I'm not even worried about it at this point. Even when I get to that age, it's just like, it's something to look forward to. Like, you've punched in for your shift and now you get to clock out. You put in an honest, hard life worth of work, and you've accomplished many things. So now it's like, okay, next avatar, please. Yeah, this is a very heavy, heavy beer, YouTube. It's yeah, man. If I get any more donations, I'll give you a shout out in the next video. Where we're pretty much gonna go outside, smoke this cigarette, come back in, fucking might crack up on another beer if I finish this one while I'm smoking a cigarette, and we'll finish the video response. Momentary piss and smoke break. I'll be right back, YouTube. Okay, back to the scheduled programming.
Have,
Uh-huh.
and then again, while the same lame establishment parrots all of their talking points, insisting that they're marginalized by this in some way when obviously they're not.
I'm not trying to be that dick, and this could be the alcohol talking, but how are people who are women, LGBTQ plus, everyone else that isn't white, straight, or cisgendered marginalized, when literally everyone's being forced to tolerate that crap instead of accepting it on their own terms? I'm not trying to be a dick because I support those causes as long as you ain't a sick fuck, but forcing people to accept it is going to make them tolerate it less. So, yeah. Plus, I'm sick and tired of being blamed for the color of my skin. I'm not going to say too much on that because other folks have had to go through that. You know, all of a sudden it's like, okay, 50 years ago, my ancestors were dicks to your ancestors. So now I'm the problem because of my skin tone, you know? And I'm like, dude, if I had a fucking time machine, I'd be like, hey, man, we all bleed the same color of blood. Power to the people. Fuck sickos. All that good stuff. And I would help people realize the error of their ways, and we wouldn't have the bullshit that we have in today's society.
Privileged.
Yeah, that's definitely a definition of privilege.
Yeah. If you don't like it, then don't really care because the truth is not an instant.
Like, it's gotten to the point where it's like, if a trans woman rejects a straight man because she's not into cisgendered people, nobody says shit because that is a preference. But if you reject that trans woman because you're not into trans people, you get called a fucking bigot. Even though you totally support trans rights, that's just not your preference, sexually speaking, kind of thing. You know, and it's extremely hypocritical and frustrating of our society, to be honest. It's like, okay, you're not allowed to support people, but then have a preference kind of thing. Like,
Reality is not an attack, and facts don't give a fuck about your feelings. Let's move on.
yeah, facts don't give a fuck about your feelings. Right. You say that till it's your feelings that are hurt. Where?
And it's
I did.
Real talk. I want to circle back to what I was saying earlier. I would never wish ill intent upon anyone unless they really deserved it. However, like, okay, how would you feel, toxic male, if your wife got an abortion because the doctor basically said, and I quote, if you don't get this abortion, you're going to die? And because your wife's made the decision to say, you know what, I don't want to leave you behind with all these kids to raise. So she gets the abortion to save her life. And because it was needed for medical reasons, not because, oh, hey, you were too fucking lazy to put a condom on, you know, actual medical reasons. And now everyone's going looking at you like, oh my God, now everyone's gonna fucking judge you for having an abortion when you got it to save your life and to save your wife's life, that kind of thing. It's fucking ridiculous. So, yes, abortion, the concept of abortion is horrible to think about. I see where people get off on saying how it's murder and shit, but at the same time, if it's necessary for medical needs or if the woman was raped, let me ask you this. Okay, if a woman gets sexually molested by her creepy uncle, the dude's like 45 and the chick he raped was like 16, you're gonna force her to raise that incest rape baby? Giving it up for adoption would just be putting that problem on someone else's fucking dime. Screw that. Fuck sickos. Some chick goes to a fucking bar and some asshole drops a roofie in her drink because he's too much of a fucking pussy to be told no. Rapes the fucking chick, gets her pregnant. She has no idea who the baby daddy is. You're gonna tell a woman you know what I'm saying? Like, they were just, I'm sorry. I know this is gonna sound controversial, but abortion should be legal within special cases, would be the word to say. Me too. Now think about this, like you're a dad and your daughter's gonna give birth to a baby, but you find out that for your daughter to survive, she has to have an abortion. Otherwise, you could lose your daughter. You know, like when it comes to your daughter or your wife, of course it's gonna be a different situation. And it's just like everyone wants to call your wife a murdering piece of shit, where it's like, hey, look, asshole, if she didn't get that abortion, she'd be dead right now. And you have a father stuck with two kids begging for attention, basically the male equivalent of the single mom. Like, okay, now, and that's what kills me about it. Because if you're a dad and you're single and you try to date, people just look at you like you're a creep. Look at you using your kids to try to pick up a stable life partner. It's never seen like that when it's the other way around. When you're a single mom trying to get some dick and a man to help you raise your kids, no one says you're a fucking slut and a whore and a creep for doing it. They're like, hey man, you need help. That being said, there are totally guys out there who are creepy as shit. It's like you are a piece of shit to your baby mama and it's your week for the kids. So you use your kids to get some pussy to play the whole sensitive guy act. Yeah, don't get it twisted. There are guys out there who take advantage of that crap and it's fucked. You know, when they're like, hey, anything a man can do, a woman can do better. In a lot of cases, that's fucking true. Am I right? Society conditions people, break that conditioning. You are your own human being, have your own thoughts. Do not fall for the bullshit. Woo! Yeah. That beer is so tasty, but I'm definitely starting to feel it. A sort of carefree feeling. You know, when you smoke weed and you just get the giggles and you have that carefree sort of feeling? Alcohol gives you the same effect, but it gives you a hangover if you drink too much of it. I don't get hangovers, but if you are experiencing hangover symptoms, have another shot, smoke some weed, drink some Sprites. King Cobra's cure for a hangover: sleep, marijuana, Sprite, another shot. Also, greasy food, because it'll fill your stomach up and it'll help absorb the alcohol in your system. There's a reason why people love greasy food when they're drinking. Uh, uh,
Support the mandates, yeah.
Doesn't that mandate that people have to get the vaccine so
All
they
right,
don't have
stop it
control
right
of
here. How old do you think this individual is right here?
I don't know.
Mid-20s?
Mid 20s, yeah.
I wouldn't put him in, anything more higher
But
than
more than
mid-20s.
27, maybe.
So guess what? What you're seeing right there is a prime example of why you need to have a goddamn father in the home.
And why some mothers should just swallow.
Yeah. Like, back in the day,
That's kind of a stereotype by circumstance. Because there are plenty of dudes who have been raised by single moms who turn out all right. And I hate to say this, but look at Eminem, the famous rapper. He's one of my favorite rappers to listen to. I grew up listening to Eminem in the 90s. And he might have had his fair share of issues, but he grew up to be a famous rapper because he wanted to be something bigger than his circumstances. That's where a lot of people are just like, you know what? I'm tired of my circumstances. I want to be bigger than what I am right now. And they strive and they work for it. Stereotypes by circumstance. That's kind of the bitch of it because it's like, oh, you were a divorced dude and your ex-wife was a cunt. I bet you're bitter towards women. You sound just like the fucking women who have had their cunt stomped on by some tiny dicked asshole. And now these women are becoming, as Terrence Pop said it, box wine and catland. Stop. Don't touch me there. This is my no square. Dun, 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 ah. Now, I'm not trying to be a dick with this video response, but this is how I feel about it. And I myself, when Terrence Pop said, I am a logical thinker, I'm like, I relate to that because logically, it's like, hey, you identify as transgender, which means you're the opposite sex, but you're also non binary. Logically, that doesn't work. You're either non binary or you're not. That's like saying, oh, yeah, you're a vegan, but you love eating at Outback Steakhouse or Texas Roadhouse or what have you. Ooh, YouTube. I love me some Outback Steakhouse. Their bloomin' onions are so good, but I digress. Yeah.
80s and early 90s. Yes, there was a lot of divorces.
Have you tried the what's it called? Texas Roadhouse is pretty good. Like, but Outback Steakhouse has these things called Aussie fries, and they're fucking delicious, dude. They're like fries covered in like cheese and bacon, and it's so fuck. Dude, Texas Roadhouse is good, but you know, Outback Steakhouse is in a league of its own. YouTube. Excuse me. So I like them both, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Fucking Texas Roadhouse don't got the bloomin' onions. I guess it depends on. Dude, Ozzy Osbourne's cheated death so many times that if he lived to be 115, it wouldn't surprise me, to be brutally honest. Uh, I died one time, and then I came back to life. I was at a friend's house. I took a bunch of muscle relaxers and some alcohol, and the prescription drugs and the alcohol kicked in. I was feeling just exquisite, YouTube. And then when I passed out, I felt this calm that was like deeper than the deepest of sleeps. And all I saw was complete blackness. And then a voice said, "It's not your time yet." And then I returned to my body for a really deep sleep. And then when I woke up, I was like, what? So I've like cheated death once myself, but that's just me. Not that it's a competition, but another thing that like Ozzy Osbourne, he accepts that he's gonna die someday, and for me, that's just it's sad to think about. I don't want to think about it. Knock on wood, knock on beer. We're good and we're in the clear, but fucking, it helps me accept my own mortality. And if Ozzy can accept it, and then it helps me worry less about him and just be like, continue to love him and support his music for as long as you can, kind of thing. I would take a bullet for Ozzy Osbourne. He's got more fans, you know. He's got an awesome family. I mean, I have a family too that loves me, but like, you know, that's how it is. Once you got kids that care about you, plus grandkids that care about you, it's like that's the main reason why I would take a bullet for Ozzy Osbourne is because I love my grandparents and I'd take a bullet for them too, kind of thing. And it's just like I don't look at Ozzy Osbourne like he's 73 with Parkinson's. I look at him like he's Ozzy and he's the greatest rock star alive. I challenge anyone to do as many drugs as Ozzy Osbourne has done and still be alive and relevant and still make good music. All these fucking mumble rappers. I'm so stoked for Ozzy Osbourne's new album. Like the first song he debuted, I was like, oh, it's so fucking good, dude. Like I want to hear the rest of it now, dude.
But there's still, we're men out there.
And speaking of Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of fucking Darkness, I feel like our society's gone off the rails on a crazy train. And then, like at some point, it gets to the point where it's beyond crazy train. It's just fucking mental. Like, like you can identify as a cell phone emoji. Like, okay, if you want to identify as transgender, we have surgeries for that. We'll get you some fake tits. We'll chop your penis down the fucking middle, remove the dick head, and then like stuff it and like take your ball sack and rip your testicles out and take like the shaft of your penis and your testicles, turn it inside out after we've cut it 10 different ways, and then stitch it up to look like a female's vagina. Give it about 6 months, and then you can use that vagina for whatever the fuck, you know. Ouch, dude. That's why I have a lot of respect for trans people because of the crap that kind of surgery just makes me go, ow, dude. Like I'm grabbing my own king cobra in the egg sac, like, no, thank you. People accuse me of being trans, and I'm like, yeah, but if I got some fake tits, I'd stop right there, and that'd be the only surgery I would get, and then I'd never leave the house. I'd be sitting here in my apartment playing with my own boobies while I masturbate, like progressivism. Uh, uh, uh. But I'm like, no, I don't got the money to do that, and I have no interest to do it. The only reason I would get fake boobies on myself is so I could have a pair to play with without someone being like, hey, motherfucker. Plus, I get so many progressive points for doing it. People would be like, oh my God, Cobra, you're so brave. Oh, what? I was brave when people found out I had Asperger's and I was self diagnosed by a doctor. You know what I meant? You know, like, no, okay, I didn't say that right. No, but when I was 13, I was diagnosed by professionals. And when people found out about how brave, like, they're like, oh my God, Cobra, you have Asperger's. You're so brave. And now nobody gives a fuck if you're autistic. It's been perfectly accepted into our society. Now the big craze is, now the big craze is being trans or gay or lesbian or bisexual or asexual or I can see the appeal of being asexual. It's like you're sick and tired of people breaking your heart and you haven't been laid in a couple of years. Fuck it. I can see the appeal of being asexual, but the only thing that stops me from doing it is I like of age females. When I got some random fangirl who's just like, I bought your album, and she holds it in front of her naked titties, I'm just like, oh, keep waiting patiently, Cobra. Oh, when you got an of age fangirl who's just like, hey, Cobra, I bought your King Cobra booty panties. Check it out. Here's a picture of my ass wearing them. Oh my God, that is nice. You saw the reaction I gave on YouTube when I got that text message. I was just like, oh, oh, my trolls wish they had what I had. Holy crap. No, it's okay. I challenge my trolls to become as famous as I've become to this point, to create their own fan merch, and to have smoking hot of age fangirls be like, I bought your merch. Here's a picture of my ass wearing it. You got some random of age chick that's a huge fan of my videos with King Cobra JFS written across her ass. The panties are black, and then the font's in like a Colt Cobra green font. It's just like, oh, Cobra's doing what the trolls wish they could do. It's glorious.
Involved in their children, and there wasn't as many divorces for the most part. We didn't have this. And this
No, I agree with Terrace Pop in the sense of when I was a kid growing up in the 90s and early 2000s, teachers were not making TikToks coming out to their students as gay. And there's nothing wrong with being gay. However, if you're a teacher and you're teaching elementary school kids, then maybe your sexuality should be your own goddamn business. Okay? Like, teachers who were gay growing up were afraid to come out because it was seen as the times, you know. For the most part, it was like, oh, if you found out your teacher's sexuality, they were straight and this is their husband or this is their wife. And nobody cared. Nobody fucking gave a shit. Like, oh my God, your art teacher's bisexual and demisexual and pansexual and non binary and transgender at the same time. Oh my God. You know, when you got teachers who are like, okay, we're going to take a break from the lesson so I can make a TikTok to make myself look progressive and awesome. What's up, you guys? It's your favorite person coming out to my students. And I'm like, okay, there's nothing wrong with being any of that as long as you ain't a sicko trying to touch kids. Who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to identify as gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, whatever. Okay, like time and a place. You want to come out to your colleagues at work as fellow adults. You know, like most of these kids don't give a shit if you're trans. All they care about is when's recess, when's lunch, what are we having for lunch today? Oh my God, is school over? I'm sick of the teachers and I'm sick of my fellow students. Most of them don't give a fuck. They're wrapped up in their own bullshit, dude. Like today's kids don't give a fuck about this crap. All they care about is how good they look, and it's all about them and not about the adults that are helping them like progress through life. So we're basically breeding the next generation of extra entitled. Like you think your generation's entitled. Well, the next generation's more fucked up and more entitled than the last generation. And then on top of that, you got the fucking global warming and fucking all that crap. And it's just a real shit show, YouTube, a real fucking goddamn shit show. And all you can do is smile and make the best of it. Like, late November, early December, and there's no snow on the ground and there's no leaves, and you're just like, that's a bit concerning. Normally around Christmas time, you'd start seeing snow, but when you got areas of the world that aren't receiving snow, and like, I'm not sure how that fucking works. I think there's some voodoo magic witchcraft involved because if the polar ice caps are melting, then you think there's more water in the goddamn air. Therefore, snow and rain would like just appear in those areas. But like with pollution, it makes it tricky and biologically messed up.
It's like literally, we're having men raised by women, and they're turning out to be women.
Yep. And they claim that the problem is toxic masculinity. Sorry, if that were true.
It's not toxic masculinity, YouTube. It's a toxic society. People are so quick to make it about gender and blame all the women or blame all the men. And it's like no one ever stops and says, hey, you know what? It's not a it's a toxic society. It's not toxic femininity. It's not toxic masculinity, god damn it. It's not toxic women and men. It's toxic society. It's a group effort from everyone's bullshit.
Children raised by single mothers would be excelling in every area instead of, well, the only areas they excel in tend to be suicide, drug addiction, crime.
Oh, you gotta, they're free lease at.
No offense to Terrence Pop, but when you're growing up in a broken home and you're growing up in a broken society where it's every man, woman for themselves, kids are going to gravitate towards gangs because they have a place to accept. It's the same reason why you see old ladies going to church. They have a group to belong to, man.
Mental illness. Yeah.
Yeah, they overwhelm the prison system.
Yep. 85% of the people
And
in prison
mass
didn't have a father
shooters.
at home.
The society has bigger fucking issues, and instead of being like, oh, hey, it's society that has the problem, it's now selectively blacks, whites, women, trans, etc. So when you're trying to address the issue of fixing society's issues, you got people who are obsessed with their own privilege and their own rights to the point where it's like you no longer care if it's a society issue. It's now about how you feel and your progressive views. It's not about anyone else's. If anyone else disagrees with you, they're a fucking bigot, racist, sexist, transphobe, gayphobe, etc. And that's the problem with our society is everyone thinks they're fucking right. I don't sit there and claim to act like that. I just say, you know what? This is my opinion. This is what you're saying. This is what they're saying. Well, this is my opinion.
Yes, mass shooters, because most of them are gang members, and those historically come.
No, 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 no. Most of the mass shooters are not gang members. They're people being brainwashed and dictated by society, and they can't handle the fucking pressure, and they're failing at life, so they fucking snap. The people are fucking dicks to each other because society's a dick to them, so they take it out on other people because society and unfair bullshit, fucking sex, money, unfair bullshit, double standards, hypocrisy, fucking dictates our fucking society along with money and greed. And then when you're pissed about it, instead of being like, hey, we're all a part of this interdimensional bullshit struggle, it's like, nope, society's treating me like crap because I'm this person or I'm that person. So I'm going to take it out on someone else who doesn't even know me. And that's the problem with our society, homie.
Broken homes. There you go. Yeah, 80% of all gun homicides are drug related. And guess where most of the druggies come from? You do the math.
80% of what? 80% of gun homicides are drug related? Yeah, bullshit. That's not a problem with guns. That's a problem with our society. So that's why we need to legalize drugs, and then you can stop the criminal fighting. If drugs are legal, people aren't going to have a reason to kill each other over it. They'll just get their own business going and be like, yeah, don't go to this person's weed store. Our shit's the dankest. If drugs and prostitution were regulated, controlled, and sold on a legal market, there would be less fucking problems in our fucking society. Some poor schmuck is going to the bar to pick up chicks because he wants to get his dick sucked. And it's just not working, so he goes to the whorehouse, shows him that he's 21 and up, that he has no STIs. All he has to do is drop the cash and be like, that one right there. He picks the hottest chick he likes, and he negotiates with her like, hey, can I play with your nude titties while you suck my dick? That's all I'm asking for. You know what I'm saying? And then like he might pay a couple bucks extra for that kind of thing, and as long as she's kept safe, and he puts a condom on when he's getting his dick sucked, and it's enough to get him off and get him there, who cares? Some poor fat ugly fucking bitch who's like 900 pounds overweight fucking looks like Tess Holliday's super ugly fucking cousin. Like, oh god, I've seen ugly, but goddamn, kind of, because women and men are equally as shallow, and she's trying to get a dude to eat her fat pussy out. But women and men are equally as shallow, so of course men don't want to fuck her because she's too fat. So she'll go after the same dudes who were like super skinny because she wants a dude with 6-pack abs. And it's like, okay, she can't get none. Same situation. She goes to the hookers In the whorehouse, she finds the hottest guy she can find with the biggest muscles and the hugest cock, fucks her, eats her pussy out, cuddles with her, listens to her bitch about her problems. By the time she's left that whorehouse, she's paid a couple extra bucks to have the dude fuck her, eat her pussy out, cuddle with her, listen to her bitch about all the women she hates in life. She gets all the benefits of a boyfriend without having to put up with the bullshit. And then she leaves going, you know what? I feel a lot better. And she takes that good feeling and applies it to her life. All of a sudden, hey, her life starts going better because she has that confidence. Prostitution needs to be legal for people 21 and up, both to perform and to engage in it. And if you made it customizable to where it's like if you're a dude and you're into dudes and chicks, you pick up the hottest dude and the hottest chick, and then like you pay the money, and then y'all fuck each other, and then they get what they have. You leave satisfied. No one has to judge you for it. And you regulate it so that I'm saying the pimps become the bodyguards. And it's like you're some poor dude trying to get some pussy and like fucking you try, and then every chick at the bar shoots you down. So it's like all you got to do is go to the whorehouse, strap on a condom, show them your ID, be like, I want that one. She's pretty. And then like the hottest chick that's like 10 times out of your fucking league, you're sitting there fucking the shit out of her. It's all consensual. You treat her like a lady. You keep her safe. You don't try anything after the act is performed. Capitalize off of that. People are lonely. That's why prostitution could be so fucking lucrative if you make it a legitimate business. Stop pimping people and turn those pimps into bodyguards. Like all she has to do is say, I feel uncomfortable, and then you come in, fucking yank the motherfucker out of there. Because how many times is Terrence Pop sitting there having a drink going, I fucking hate my ex-wife. She's a fucking cunt. I wish I could have a chick suck my dick at this bar. Let's see who's the hottest one I could find. She's cute, but if I approach her, I'll probably be called a pervert and a creep. And I'm like, 50 years ago, this would have not been an issue, but because women have more rights, now men are the enemy and the asshole. And instead of seeing equality and being like, we're all people, we all struggle with this kind of thing, that maybe when it comes to the dating scene, we could be a little bit nicer to each other and a little less vindictive and hypocritical, but what do I know? All people are going to go is, Cobra, you need to get laid. You fucking asshole, piece of shit loser. You haven't had a girlfriend in almost 5 years. It's like, you know what? Instead of criticizing me for that, maybe you should appreciate the girlfriend you have in your life. And if you don't have one, then you need to get laid too. It's not a need, it's a want.
Let's get back to the amazing Jonathan's disgusting doppelganger.
Their own body?
Vaccinations are good for people.
I thought he said that abortions were good for everybody. And then he's trying to.
Abortions are good for everybody. You ever try to raise kids? No. That's the few things that makes me go, I don't care when I get laid. The thought of getting a chick pregnant and having to listen to wah! Like, you think my trolls are bitchy ass haters who whine about how much they hate King Cobra? My demon spawn would whine a lot more. Like while two newlywed parents are filling their fridge with baby formula and going, what the fuck were we thinking with our lives? Why do we not take this a little bit slower? Now I'm stuck with this asshole because I had a kid with him. All of a sudden, it's like the single motherfuckers are going, Like, oh, hey, Mr. Stevenson, how's it going? You look miserable, dude. Oh my God, me and my wife just had this kid. I'm like, first of all, let me stop you right there. You didn't have it, she did. Check your male privilege, you fucking asshole. And then he goes on to be like, we haven't gotten any sleep and we're fucking miserable. Like the baby wants their bottle and so do the adults. I'll drink to that. All right, YouTube. Just about ready to wrap up another bitchin' Cobra live stream. Uh, the longer you're single, the longer sex toys become more appealing because you get what you want without having to deal with none of the consequences. If you're the kind of person that wants to use women and men for their bodies and then suffer none of the consequences, get a fucking sex toy, you piece of shit. Treating women like sex objects, treating men like sex objects, treating people like a cheap meal ticket or something to fuck is so fucking degrading. And then on top of that, fucking society, like I said, puts all this pressure on people to get laid. Men, you're expected to get some pussy. If you can't get pussy, you're a beta bitch faggot who can't get laid. And women, oh, you're expected to give the pussy. And if you can't find a man to give pussy to, you're going to be a lonely cat lady the rest of your life. And the second you fuck that dick, you're a slut. I'm over here like, fuck the bullshit on the fucking dating scene, dude.
Justify not having bodily autonomy by saying vaccines are good for people.
Oh, it depends on the person. The person might be allergic to what's in the coronavirus vaccine, but that's like a small percentage of the population. Meanwhile, it's like the vaccine doesn't necessarily stop you from catching coronavirus. It just makes it less severe when you do catch it. So I'm like, if it's a fucking proper vaccine, you would think it would stop you from catching it, period. Not, oh, it'll soften the blow. And that's where a lot of people are pissed off about this vaccine bullshit. Oof, dude. I'm on a roll tonight, man, just telling it like it is and speaking some truths. It is sad because the fucking video's almost done. Like, oh, but we're having so much fun. Cobra being a smart ass, bit of a politically incorrect asshole bit. Okay, I'm not completely politically incorrect. You ever notice the people who are so politically correct, they come off as more racist than the assholes they're bitching about? But I didn't say that, no.
All right, now
Make up your mind.
now listen. I am not an anti-vaxxer. Okay.
No.
In the military, I got all kinds of vaccines. During the first Gulf War and then the redo, I was forced to take a FDA unapproved.
And I feel that 1000%, Terrence Pop. I'm not against vaccinations myself. However, at the same time, I feel like that should be a person's choice. You know, your body, your right. When it comes to abortions, your sexuality, as long as you ain't a sicko, who gives a fucking shit? As long as you ain't a sicko, you should have rights. You know, you're a miserable piece of shit, racist, sicko, bastard, piece of fucking shit, whatever. Fuck you. As long as you're not truly, because I can talk a lot of shit on YouTube. You know, you don't see me going out of my way to harass people just because they're transgendered or gay. You know what I'm saying? If anyone's going out of the way to harass gay people, it's my fucking trolls. Okay? A bunch of gay dudes are like, "Oh, Cobra's a sexy motherfucker. Oh, I'd love to fuck that." And then they get their hopes up, like finally they might have found the one, and it's just my fucking trolls pretending to be me kind of thing. That's more fucked up than me saying the word faggot on YouTube, to be honest. You're capitalizing off of two different parties' loneliness. Cobra wants a girlfriend. He's lonely, but he's waiting patiently. All these gay dudes are struggling with society to accept them and for them to find somebody on top of it. And it's like, you don't care. You just want to see Cobra react to it. You know, and that just shows you that my trolls are the biggest pieces of shit. And even though I'm getting trolled like this, I'm like, you know what? I hope those gay dudes showing up to my door, I hope they find a man to make them happy. Because Cobra is such a fucking homophobe, right? Kiss my fucking Asperger's.
Anthrax vaccine that came in a series of 5 painful, horrible shots.
Yeah.
And they had all kind.
And no one's gonna say that getting vaccinated doesn't suck sometimes. Like, you know, Terrence Pop and Toxic Male, they make me laugh with their butt, you know, like the little things they do that make their channel, like, you know, their catchphrases and the way they sometimes the way they say things, it makes me laugh. I'm like, I can get the frustration to a degree, but at some time you have to be like, who's going to be the bigger person? You're going to let women fucking control your hatred to the point where you're just so fucking miserable. All you do is hate on women, and then you never get laid, and then you bitch because you don't have any pussy in your life. I'm like, okay. At some point, ladies, you have to be like the same way. You're gonna bitch about men because you fucking hate them, and then when men look at you like you're a fucking feminist piece of shit cunt, and they don't want to fuck you because they're afraid you'll accuse them of rape and then destroy their entire fucking life, and you want to sit there and go, I wonder why you can't find a decent guy in your life. You know, when both sides abuse each other and abuse their privilege, dating tends to suck for everyone unless you're in a committed and healthy relationship.
Side effects. In fact, when I go to the VA, they usually hand me a little piece of paper. It says, you have this, you have this. And all of this stuff is shit that happens as a side effect of the anthrax vaccine.
Yeah, when that's the problem with it. And this is why a lot of people are anti-vaxxers for the same reason. It's like, oh hey Cobra, if you're depressed, take an antidepressant. Yeah, but I'm over here like, but if the fucking antidepressant gives me thoughts of suicide, I'm not gonna fucking take it, dude. And that's exactly why a lot of anti-vaxxers feel this way. It's like, okay, yeah, you can help me prevent from catching certain things, but like the side effects, if they can make us, you know, a lot. And here's my argument on this. Okay, when a pandemic breaks out, people are underneath a lot of pressure to find a cure and to make it so it's no longer a threat. So that leads people to rush the vaccine. It's like, okay, yeah. The vaccine will prevent you from getting the thing, but you're going to deal with a lot of nasty side effects. You know, it's a catch 22. That's what it comes to when the vaccines, man. Like, yeah, this antidepressant, you take this antidepressant pill, it'll make you a happy fucking Zoloft, Ritalin, fucking drugged out zombie. And then everyone else who does drugs, they're a fucking piece of shit, right? It's like if you smoke pot and like zone out to some cartoons, you're a fucking druggy piece of shit. Unless the fucking doctor prescribes you fucking Ritalin and turns you into the same goddamn zombie. But that's because those are drugs controlled by the government. And that's what scares me about marijuana becoming legal is that, yes, having marijuana legalized would be awesome, like full on. But like having a bunch of corporations who just want to make money and see you addicted will take the purest of marijuana and taint it with chemicals, just like they did with tobacco. But I didn't say that, no. Because tobacco by itself naturally is not nearly as bad as when you add all the chemicals to these things. Like American spirits, they have a distinctive taste, in my opinion. No offense to Marlboro, because I love your NXTs, but fucking NXTs have a different taste. They taste cleaner, but they're also more expensive because this is how marketing works. You take a cigarette, pump it full of chemicals. It may cost a lot of money to pump that cigarette full of chemicals, but if you make it so addicting that the cost is not the problem, all of a sudden it's like, hey, Marlboros versus American spirits. This is why American spirits are more expensive than like your Camels or your Marlboros because they're not using chemicals to hook the masses. And, in my defense, I love cigarettes. I grew up around smokers. When I was a kid, I hated the smell of tobacco. Fucking hated it. And then I tried my first cigarette and I was just like, whoa, where have you been all my life? And at the age of 31, with my shitty diet and my excessive tobacco use, I've practically gone bald. You know, so that's just something to think about. Maybe younger generations who look up to me like Cobra, you are, and I'm just like,
All right. And I was so fucking pissed because I didn't volunteer to defend this country to be its fucking guinea pig.
Yeah.
You already,
and in Terrence Pop's defense, thank you, sir, for your service. Terrence Pop's a vet. Okay, if you want to call him an asshole, whatever, at the end of the day, respect your vets. If you're a proud American, you're proud to be an American. You're proud to be a citizen of this beautifully fucked up, hypocritical country. Then you're gonna be proud of our vets. We don't want kids smoking Marlboro Reds or cigarettes because that's bad for your health. But as soon as you turn 18 and you want to buy an AR-15 with like 100 plus rounds and come in the next day and buy another 100 rounds, that's totally fine. But if you're a kid and you're smoking alcohol and smoking cigarettes, I'm not saying you should tell Americans they can't have the right to own an AR-15. What I'm saying is that there should be some reasonable restrictions. And the restrictions that I've proposed on my YouTube channel are pretty reasonable. That one scene where Sam Elliott and Tombstone is just like, look, no one ain't saying you can't carry a gun. We're just saying you can't carry a gun in town. That's not unreasonable, is it? Every motherfucker holding up the double barrel shotgun like, It's the same fucking argument, but like in a modern time, because you know that had to be based in some accuracy. People are like, look, our country was founded on the Second Amendment rights, but if you're abusing your Second Amendment rights, you shouldn't be allowed to have a gun. I'm like really trying, like mass shooters and people who are threatening shit, and fuck all those assholes.
Already signing over my life and my immortal soul to probably an officer who's incompetent at best to make life and death decisions over me. That's part of the game.
That's gotta be fucked, Terrence Pop. I would have loved to serve my country. You know, give me a can of dog food and a sawed-off shotgun and tell me who the fuck to shoot and I'll do it. You don't gotta fucking train me unless it's for the bare basics. Like, you tell me who the enemy is, I'll take them out. I would have been a damn good soldier, but at the time they were about to draft me, they were like, you have Asperger's and you take medication for it. Sorry, the US military will not have you for that. You know, when I grew up with my great grandpa Palmer serving in the army, my granddad Al serving in the Navy, so there was a sense of nostalgia and being like, I want to do my part for my country, you know. And they were like, because you're mentally disabled and you take pills for it, we don't need you. And I'm like, okay. And truth be told, I don't realize what it's like to be in that kind of lifestyle. I'm so eager to defend my country and be a proud American and protect my fellow troops that fucking I don't realize how hard that life really is. So in some ways I'm blessed that they didn't sign me up for draft and that kind of thing. That being said, I will raise a beer to my fellow troops because life is a war and we're all troops, man. Even if you didn't serve in the military, life is a constant battle. It really is. Good versus evil. You know, and you got all these fucking political assholes who are just using it for a way to justify their shitty cause, and you're just like, this is why you have your keyboard warriors versus your actual vets. And if you're just some pussy ass keyboard warrior, get over yourself, dude. It's the 4th of July coming up, and before I go on my trip for my family reunion, I'll be able to give my Patreon subscribers a monthly shout out, followed by the Star Spangled Banner, and hopefully chugging a beer with it. And then I will not be on the I will not be in town for the 4th of July. I'll be enjoying my family reunion with my family, the Saunders family. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. My family came from some really rough beginnings. I come from ranchers and military background, YouTube. The majority of people in my family were ranchers and military background and or both. And I'm proud, YouTube, to call myself a Saunders. My ancestors were Scottish Vikings for the most part. And then I have ranch hands and military background. Okay. That kind of thing just, I come from some badass motherfuckers. With all respect, I come from some bad motherfuckers, dude. Ranch hands, military hands, people who have had to face the hardships of the land. That's like, people who are ranching in today's modern time and have all these modern conveniences like air conditioning. Okay, yeah, yeah. Shout out to the Fay Ranch and Saunders Ranch in Gillette, Wyoming. That's what's up. I don't need alcohol to be proud of my heritage, YouTube.
What's not part of the game is to show up and go, hey, thanks for volunteering. Now you're a fucking guinea pig.
This is so classic society pitting the genders against each other through a multitude of things. Whether it be genetics, class, race, gender, etc. This is just classic our society pinning the genders and the people against each other so that when people try to fight for segregation, there's still going to be some sort of segregation. All of a sudden, it's like black people have rights and it's awesome, but now white people are seen as the universal enemy. And then now women have rights. And now if you're a male and you're white, you're seen as a universal enemy. And then on top of that, it's like, okay, now gay people and LGBTQ plus have rights. Now, if you're a cisgendered white straight person, you're pretty much seen as the biggest piece of shit on the planet, even though you had nothing to do with your shitty ancestors. You're just like, hey man, I support y'all's movement, but you want to quit being a hypocrite and judging me for the way I was born? Oh, but if you say that, you're a fucking bigot, right? And it's like, dude, I fully acknowledge that my ancestors were fucking assholes. I'm proud to be from, but my family and my heritage has nothing to do with the assholes who treated everyone else like crap. Like that's just a product of the times kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be a dick because believe me, if I had a fucking time machine, I would totally fix it, dude. And you're complaining about the way you're getting treated because of your circumstance, but it's somehow okay. So you're being shot at, and like there is a slight difference. Like, okay, and I'm not trying to be a dick, but you're being forced to join the military and get shot at even though you don't want to. You feel like your personal rights don't matter. You're just a product of the time. Well, how do you think women feel when it's like they're molested or raped by some creepy uncle motherfucker and they can't get an abortion because that's just because they're the product of the times?
Watch Grunt Speak Live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you'd like to join Pop for some.
That's the problem with our society. If you think your rights are more important because the other side's full of cunts and assholes, then you're a part of the problem you contribute to. You're not a part of the solution. And women are just as bad. If women and men hate each other based off the assholes who treat each other like crap, then nothing's going to get resolved, YouTube.
For Sundays, consider making a donation on Locals, Patreon.
The Sean Connery impression by Jerry Conway. Yeah, I don't like the way Sean Connery treated women. Sometimes it's better to smack a woman with an open hand than a clenched fist. And I'm like, this is why women give men so much crap. This is why I can't get a girlfriend, is because of sexist crap and the way men have acted in the past and the way social stereotypes play out. So all of a sudden it's like women who are nice to men and men who are nice to women are being overshadowed by the assholes.
Subscribe star.
Like, I like Terrence, Pop, and Blake because they like to drink, and I like to drink. Like a bunch of dudes having a beer, just doing our thing, you know? Golly, YouTube. Holy shit, motherfucker. It a long stream. YouTube, I appreciate you all tuning into the stream. And let's all work together to support equality for people who deserve it, you know? Like, as long as you ain't a sicko, who cares? I'll catch you later. Yeah!